to another wild beyond the witchlight crazy adventure. So, last we left off, the party had picked their dismal bodies up off the ground and slunk off to side rooms to rest. Having chased off Bavlorna, certainly they did not really win that fight, but for the time being, anyways, she's not in the cottage. You wake refreshed the next 8 hours later, and now what do? I mean, there's a lot more details. You know, the shrinking hallway, the decision to just bum rush her, the epic fight afterwards. But they can watch the other session.
She felt intimidated by us.
I intimidated her successfully. That's why we're alive.
I start casting detect magic as a ritual spell. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
What's Vaston's max health? 40.
Okie dokie.
Well, it's your job. If we're gonna check this place out, probably wait. I can't imagine she's being up gone for long.
I'm in the middle of a deep trance. Do not interrupt
Whether
me.
she may be mortally wounded. She may need days of bed rest for what we did to her. I did her.
Don't remember the last one. I don't know.
I don't remember much at all. I remember being unconscious 3 separate times. And then I
remember
woke up,
unconscious?
woke up, and she was gone, and you guys were dying on the floor. That's what I remember.
I remember there was a monkey.
I threw a lollipop in your mouth. And I didn't see you again after that. So I assume you were successful. Yes, that's the only.
Wait, I just remembered. I died. The monkey told me. But nothing could cure this old man.
Still delusional, and I don't know if I believe anything you say.
Well, did I gain my ability to play my instrument?
Nope.
Nope. You're the one that feels like your missing thing is here, though, right? Let me check my notes. So you still feel that way. You still feel like it's here somewhere.
Oh. Well, we better hurry and clear the upper floor of Vaston before she comes back.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
guys, if
maybe she
I'm
won't
doing
come back.
something that'll help, just give me a moment, alright? Approximately 10 minutes worth. Well, about 9 now. We're talking for a little bit.
Alright, yep.
10 minutes.
Waiting on you to finish what you're doing for us. Keep up the good work.
Are you going upstairs?
He was ready to leave us yesterday.
So, you walk up to the hallway with all the portraits again. Looking around, you can see, you know, the same stuff you saw before. Nothing here.
Alright. I guess I go back in here again.
Let's see.
Of interest.
Looking about the room. Let's see.
Alright, I'm successfully bored. I cast Detect Magic as an action. And I'll just use the spell slot. It's not worth ritual casting. Do I see anything magic down here after you're done describing that? Probably took me about 10 seconds after them leaving and me going, man, god damn it, man. No respect for old people. Yeah.
Let's see. Where's the description of stuff? So, there is the cabinet in the corner. It's made of wood. Still covered with patches of bark and moss. So it's a rough-hewn cabinet. There's a lock in the middle of the right panel that you see Vaston underneath some hanging moss.
Try to smash it. Only made of wood.
Oh yes, Vaston, use your biceps and smash it.
Or how flimsy this wood was.
Other than that, there's, you know, the various asunder gross plates and stuff, and on the tables there, and a bookcase against the far wall, which is right here.
Brax, you think you can make this lock or shall I?
Yeah, I cannot pick that lock.
How? I mean, this wood is sturdy, so sturdy as well, like rock. Like the cover that really strong.
The cabinet looks pretty sturdy, yeah. And yeah. I mean, it's rough hewn, but thick panelings and doors and stuff like that. So it's definitely not going to be an easy break into it thing.
Well, maybe one of the side rooms, you know? Maybe it was Bavlorna's private quarters.
Yeah, maybe. We can come back to this. Back to smash it. Smash it later. Anything interesting in this bookshelf? No, I didn't think so.
I love how he just doesn't even care what's there.
Like,
There aren't any pictures.
In fact, I'll do that. I'll start like looking through the books, and if I don't see pictures, I just throw it out the door.
Do I see anything magic downstairs?
Okay, you finally finished casting your spell.
I decided not to ritual cast it.
Oh, okay.
At like 10 seconds after they.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do this.
Yes, you do see something, two things that are magical in this room. The lily pad in the middle of the pond is magical, and so is the mirror.
Now I have to identify. Now I have to identify this. This is horrible. I'll do it later.
Rather than sit there and switch tokens, I figured I'd just do that.
Hey guys, anything?
No, there's nothing. Unless you can pick a lock. I mean, what's worthless?
I know how to pick locks. There's a lock.
Oh, that cabinet over there.
Alright.
Oh, I see. He tasted the queen's poison and made sure the queen's treasury was safely locked. Yes, yes.
Well, of course. How do you think I lived, eh? I'm a wealthy man. It doesn't look like it.
Because of your lock that
Sickly.
He keeps
No,
it.
no, no, no. It's because of the 10 years that I spent as a trader selling fine perfumes across the lands. But we'll talk about that time at a later date.
It's all invested in mushrooms, which he has since eaten. So.
Telling me he'll fit in this locker now.
I'll just try.
No, it does not work on this.
God damn it. Alright, I'll try and pick it.
Okay. Make a pick lock check.
12.
12. So you sit and mess with the lock for a good 5 minutes, and in the end, the lock defeats you.
Alright, I bust out my wood carver's tools and I start sawing off one end of the lock.
There it is. A lock? The wood you're aiming at the lock?
Is it?
With your wood carver's tools?
He's like taking the chisel and hammering out around where the lock is.
I'll just cut off the door handles. I don't care.
That makes more sense than you going at the lock.
All right.
Actually, Vaston, you do this. I'm gonna go ritual cast identify.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, sure you do. Alright, goodbye. Run downstairs.
Back downstairs.
Okay, we're opening a side door. I know.
Well, what's in this side room there?
Okay.
I'm just too curious on what it is. I have
All
to.
right. Opening that south door there, Brax. All right. So before you move, let me take a look and make sure I know exactly what's going on in there.
Okay, Vaston, that's an extremely large room. We should wait for the wrinkly man and send him first.
You think so? Then what's behind this door?
All right. So you can kind of see down into a hallway there, and you see shelving at the end, racks, but from where you're standing, you can't see more.
I see that it breaks like 10 feet in and it goes way down there. And I'm like, okay, the monocle says.
Move me back up. I forgot. It takes 10 minutes and detect magic only lasts.
I will say, Brax, that you do hear some kind of a ruckus. Sounds like breaking plates and cursing coming from the room to the south.
I thought it lasted for an hour.
Oh,
What? I guess let's check that out.
alright.
All right, so you step down. You can see this is a kitchen. This is not helpful.
Alright, how are we playing this, Vaston?
There we go. All right.
We're hungry guests.
And in this gore-splattered kitchen, a stout figure with a stained apron, iron boots, a crimson cap, and a bloody meat cleaver chases a pair of vultures around a butcher's block while the squawking birds fight over a scrap of meat. It is a female red cap. And she's currently holding up her meat cleaver and threatening the birds. You Barney vultures, get out of here! Chases after one, which flaps over to another landing place and screeches back at the creature, at the red cap. None of them appear to have noticed you yet.
Go on, Brax. Give us our food.
It's not a good idea.
Great idea.
Hello, ma'am.
The red cap turns suddenly back towards you. As she breaks off her attention from the vultures immediately take advantage, snatching up another scrap of meat, which they begin to fight over. So actually would be like right here. And she steps towards you and says, "Oh, guests, guests? Nobody told me there was going to be guests."
Oh, yes.
3 guests today. In fact, is breakfast ready?
No, it's not ready. Nobody told me there was going to be anybody here.
Needs more order and structure around here for sure.
Oh, yes.
Blasted Bavlorna never tells me what's going on.
We could kill your breakfast, and I over towards the vultures.
Oh, be my guest. Get rid of the stupid things. The vultures, being somewhat more intelligent than most people would think, immediately go out the window. They're like, "Oh, nope, gig's out."
Well, there goes breakfast.
Well, there goes breakfast.
At,
So fast.
as they go out the window, you hear a cry and a jangling of metal from outside the window. Somebody goes, "Ah!" And that's it. Outside the window.
It's their problem now.
Well, what do you need for breakfast, Bloody? What's your name?
It's so close. Oh, my name is Bloody Toes. Not nice to meet you.
Not nice to meet you too, Bloody Toes. See, I have a friend coming upstairs who's a connoisseur of all things bloody and delicious. He'll be here any minute now.
He'll eat anything with a sprinkle of mushrooms on top.
He likes bloody things? That's great. Competition. The red cat grabs a bloody piece of meat and just drags it across her hat, leaving a smear of fresh blood that you can see seeps in.
Oh, blood. I see. That's very interesting. You gotta teach me that trick.
What trick?
You just absorb the blood.
Well, of course I absorbed the blood. I'm a red cap, aren't I? And she drags a piece of meat across her hat again.
That makes sense.
Oh, it's like self-grooming. That makes sense.
If I didn't do it, I wouldn't survive very long. Now, what do you want?
What do we want? We want food, Bloody Toes.
Well, go get some food then.
You're holding the food right now.
This? She holds up a scrap of bloody meat. If you want it, and she throws it at you.
I'll just look at her
Ritual casting spells.
No, he's running upstairs and downstairs, upstairs and downstairs, trying to make up his mind on what spell he wants to cast or what.
Aren't you ritual casting identify on the lily pad right now? That's what you're doing. So, anyways, that's gonna take a little bit longer. She goes tramping over to the window now, and slams it closed. Wham! Wham! What a great idea, she says as she turns the lock closed. Any more wonderful ideas, guests? Well, then get out of my kitchen!
I'm getting out of your kitchen.
Is it this way?
She is ignoring you. She goes over to a bunch of broken plates and stuff, puts her hands on her hips, and goes, Bavlorna. Oh, stupid bitch. Grabs a hold of a broken plate and starts washing it. So the door right where you are? Okay. Alright, so no. Nope, wrong one. Sorry, my apologies. I'm stumbling over myself here. Let's move the door so you can see. And as you look inside of there, you can see that the room contains dozens of pickling jars on wooden racks. Most of the jars are filled with what appears to be pig snouts, toads, small birds, onions, mushrooms, and other cooking ingredients. But there's a vast array in there. You'd have to look through it to see everything that's in there. Yeah, jars of pickled mushrooms. Everything in there is pickled. You hear her go, here now, stay out of my stores! What are you doing? She comes running over. Thump, 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 running over there. She peeks her head in and goes, you like pickled stuff?
Yeah.
Take it, I don't care. She turns around and walks back.
Thank you. Your benevolence will not go unforgotten.
Ah, I eat a fish.
Where's the pickled mushrooms? I'm looking for them.
Okay, so you find... Okay, as you're going through them, grabbing jars, you find one jar that has something different in it. It appears to be a mushroom. However, it's not pickled. And it's humanoid shaped, but very small. It looks up at you as you look at it with those eyes.
Puppy dog eyes?
Yeah, the puppy dog eyes. It kind of points up at the lid.
I'll let you out. Are you gonna attack me or are we cool? We cool? We're cool. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Why not?
The creature kind of clambers out and emerges, gets a little stuck in the tighter spot and then pops out and says, oh, thank you. I've been stuck in there forever. I think they were going to eat me. Free to sing and dance once again.
Yes. Remember it. Vaston. Monarch Vaston. Ready to rap.
Oh,
Yes, His Majesty.
Your Majesty, I did not notice you before, but how could I miss it now? The mushroom bows and then straightens back up. Well, now that that's done, I've got things to do. Jumps down and runs out the door.
Good luck. Don't get caught.
You hear cursing from Bloody Toes now. Who let you out? Come back here! And like,
Oh, look at it go.
just takes off running. Yep. Zoom downstairs.
Flourice, running mushroom.
Shortly after the events happen upstairs, Flourice, is your ritual casting. You just finished ritual casting your spell on the lily pad. It is a mode of transportation. It has a movement speed, and you could ride upon it. Has a couple other qualities, but your spell also tells you that it is currently attuned to someone else, and therefore cannot be attuned to you or anyone.
I understand now.
She wanted to get to the lily pad.
As you're contemplating that, a tiny little mushroom man runs down the stairs. Looks around for a second and then darts south.
Hey,
Uh.
mushroom man, stop.
Oh, hi, he says as he's running past. Nice to meet you. I've got to go. There's this bloody thing chasing me.
I chase after him.
I think that's that point I look at Brax. Maybe I should have warned him.
Where are you going?
And he jumps down the hatch and starts running down to the...
I better climb down the ladder. I'll get you one day.
Bloody Toes stopped a while back, so... and went back to the kitchen, but the mushroom just... it full runs the whole way, so...
I'll go up the stairs.
Okay. This is what I do. I just drag Flourice back and forth.
Yeah, that's the way you got it.
Alright, let's go saw open this cabinet now.
Make sure you want to identify them here next. Alright, well, I got my turn.
I got my.
So you see Bloody Toes washing dishes. She's washing the dishes, getting them clean, toweling them off, and then throwing them off to the side where they shatter.
Well, that explains a lot.
Mumbling under her breath the entire time.
Where to next, Brax?
I guess while she's doing that, let's just pretend that's not going on.
Let's just say let it be.
She's distracted.
Alright, let me check this one. Okay. Wait a minute. Interesting. That's a new feature. I'll have to mess with that later. Maybe I'll try it on the next one. Alright, so you open up the door and look. What was that?
I don't think that's a chandelier.
Nope. So looking inside of here, you can see a contraption made of entangled copper tubes connects to a pot-bellied boiler and a dozen cylindrical containers which in turn sprout even more tubes that feed into buckets. Barrels are clustered in the southeast corner, and a work table in one corner of the room has bits of copper and metalworking tools strewn across it. Light filters in through the green diamond-shaped panes of glass set in the window.
I guess let's look at what's in the buckets.
Let me see here.
Almost. What's contained in these?
There's a strong smell in the room.
Probably not a good, strong smell.
This very distinct smell of alcohol, and a kind of a bittery smell as well.
Oh my god, it's moonshine.
Well, if this is what I think it is, Brax, I think I should taste test this.
Where's Flourice when you need it, Vaston?
Get this door eventually.
What's your passive investigation, guys?
Pass
I'm the only smart one in the group.
It's what?
Real good, real solid 10.
Okay. Brax? 12? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it takes you guys a second, but after looking it over a little closer, you realize it is indeed a distillery. Not only that, it's in bad shape. The barrels contain some form of high-grade alcohol, and you can see bits of mushroom around. It looks like they're making mushroom booze.
Oh, perfect.
I know. I that's what I told you guys when he picked mushrooms for his thing. I was like, oh no.
Now, do I think this is the... No, I was served wrong.
Man, you guys are lucky Flourice is busy. He would have eaten that campestry.
You know what? These containers are open, right?
The ones that are currently still being distilled there's 4 barrels in the corner that are stoppered and full. The
I want to refill my empty flask.
there's 6 buckets that are collecting the alcohol that have alcohol in them, and then the contraption itself. So, you want to collect some?
I want to collect some in my flask.
Okay. From where?
Good question.
From the buckets? Because there's alcohol in the buckets.
I guess
No, Vaston. Wait, that's the stuff that doesn't look right. We gotta get the stuff that's known to be good from the barrels.
The stuff in the... To be clear, what I meant was the distillery looks like it's got leaks where it's dripping alcohol and various other things. There's a very strong smell of alcohol in the room. There's a lot of fumes.
I guess. Yeah. But it's still... I mean...
It's still working.
Shoddy looking machine, but it's doing its job.
Yeah.
I guess if I could pour some out from one of the freshly...
Each one of the barrels weighs 250 pounds.
Okay.
They gotten close to sawing off this handle yet?
bucket to hand to Flourice whenever I see him again. I don't know where he ran to.
Okay, you reach down and grab a hold of a bucket. There's a copper pipe running into it, so you got to take the copper pipe out. Make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, wait a minute. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So you pull the tube out carefully, moving it aside. And as you do, you see it kind of crinks. And as it does so, you see just like the barest flash of a spark start, but then it dies immediately. And you realize you came very close to igniting this room.
Oh my god. Vaston, do not get to the barrels, Vaston, if you want alcohol.
You
Oh my goodness.
you do have a bucket of alcohol now.
So he does have a bucket now.
Yes.
Alright. Well, with this bucket.
The DC was 12. He rolled 12.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Let me get some of that first round. So it's using his bucket to take.
Okay. Take the bucket. Start pouring it into his flask while he's holding it.
It's messy. Alcohol goes everywhere, and that stuff's strong.
Oh, great.
It gets on your hands. It kind of burns.
Wow.
Oh my, this is
I
how
feel
we
it.
finally get. This is how we get rid of the old man. His stomach can't handle it.
Maybe. He's survived so much already. Alright. Flask of mushroom moonshine. Unless it has some other name labeled anywhere.
Nope.
Alright.
Have I sawed open the door?
I'm good.
By now, I will go ahead and say that you have. So, back to Flourice real quick while you guys are doing that.
Oh, you're at the lock.
Yep. So you get it open. Finally, the lock falls loose enough. Doors swing open. And looking inside, you see there's some potions and stuff in there. However, there's also what appears to be a stuffed cat. And that cat immediately comes to life.
Okay.
Hey kid, how you doing? You feeling good? Alright, now let's
Hold on. You don't get to do nothing yet.
Roll initiative.
This could be great or it could be really bad.
Let's see. Open that. Okay. The cat comes to life, snarls, and hisses, bares its fangs, and leaps to the attack. Roll initiative. Flourice. And everybody else, because...
It's not gonna be like that.
Or you
This
go
cat
push
is
up.
gonna die.
As they fit.
He's not rolling initiative.
I'm working on it.
You gotta roll initiative.
Alright, I was doing push-ups to wake myself up. What happened?
There's a cat. Urgh.
So, Brax and Vaston, you hear nothing. However, no, your passives aren't high enough. Okay, so, yeah, you hear nothing. You're still in the room doing whatever you're doing. You're filling your flask and...
Getting ready to go to the next floor.
Yeah, they're ready to go to the next one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and sort this. Brax, you go first, but you're currently busy.
Hey, Vaston, did you think Bavlorna would be a fraud?
Flourice.
Like, who would have thought?
Giving the cat an attack of opportunity. Yep.
Shoot the cat with my crossbow.
I mean, it slashes into you, dealing 1 point of slashing damage. 11 misses. The cat manages to kind of stiffly move out of the way as the crossbow bolt comes in. Kind of falls over and then gets back on its feet again.
20, 30. Why is there a person over here? That's my turn.
Alright, Vaston, you're currently busy as well. And you still hear nothing. You hear bubbling and churning in the room, and little hisses from the still, and just the beginnings of a higher-pitched whine. Cat's turn. The cat jumps down, runs across the floor, 10, 15, 20, and attempts to bite your ankles.
My ankles. Ow. My turn.
Brax's turn. Brax, you just start to notice too that the noise level. You guys are talking, right? You're talking. You're kind of doing that. That you've had to raise your voice to be understood over the sounds of the still, which has been steadily increasing in volume.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm not even gonna try to turn it off. I'm just getting out.
My turn.
Move. That's not move. It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow. Vaston, it's not good.
There's like a high-pitched wheezing sound coming from the pipe that you crinked, and you realize it's building up pressure now. So Brax, you can do a combat round essentially.
I just go and open the next room over.
Oh, okay.
I'm standing there though.
Oh, yeah, but you can ask.
I gotta find the door. Now, I can tell it to go transparent. Did that do anything for you guys?
We see a thing on the other side of the door.
All right.
Imagine I barrel into the Lordling because I'm just running.
Well, the Lornling is just a doll on the ground. So,
Oh, is it?
can you move through that doorway or not?
Yeah, I can.
I meant the bottom, the door above you, Vaston. Can you move through it? Okay. So but you can see through it, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
So I can make the doors transparent, and then I just move you through the doorway, I guess. Then I don't have to move them, and you can open and close them really easy. So something new they did. All right, Brax.
I guess I keep running. Is that 5, 10, reaction open the door and it's locked.
It wasn't locked.
20, 25, 30. That's my turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash actually. 35, 40,
Man,
45,
Let's
50,
get out of the way.
55. Alright, right there.
The room that you're in.
It's smart.
The room that you're in has 2 exits. Above each door is mounted a wooden plaque. It is the severed head, goblin head with its mouth agape. Other furnishings include a sideboard, 2 cupboards with doors made of wood-framed glass, a large banquet table covered with plates of half-eaten food, and a swarm of feasting flies. A chandelier hangs above the table, its tallow candles filling the room with dim, flickering light. 6 mismatched chairs flank the table, 3 chairs per side.
Okay.
Gonna have nice dinner.
Flourice, you're up.
Yep.
I stabbed the cat.
Okay. I mean, no, you don't. It manages to just like fall out of the way. It's like all like stiff legged. Sees a dagger coming. Can't really jump as well as it used to be able to. So it just kind of like falls over, and your dagger goes thunk into the wood floor instead.
Alright, and I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'll glance around for any potions that look like they could be useful. Any anti-cat potions.
The cat slashes at you as you try to leave, but it misses. Anti-cat potions. Okay, give me a second here.
That's usually what I keep in my stuff. Yeah. Makes sense.
Papa?
What? Oh.
Oh, you're
Let
out
me-
playing
let-
a game.
That's your mom, Xander. So, let's see. So you rifle through the cabinet, and inside you find 3 potions with writing on them, labels. Can you read Elvish?
Dwarvish.
Well, Flourice, not you.
Yes, I can.
You can read Elvish?
Yep.
Okay. And then the first potion is kind of a purplish, and it's labeled Shrink. The second
Put it in my bag.
the second one's kind of green, and it says Grow.
I step it in my bag.
And the last one is kind of a clear liquid, and it says Vanish.
I step it in my bag. Dang it, no anti-cat potions.
Wine bottle that says anti-cat.
If only I wanted to poison him, I could just make some poison, say it was anti-cat. All right. Vaston, you're up.
Brax seems like he's in a rush. I probably should leave too.
Yeah, the sounds of the still are getting more ominous by the second. You want to head north?
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I think I like just moving the doors better.
Honestly, I just delete them. Because no one ever closes doors.
If I start a new campaign, I just start a new campaign on Roll20, so it resets everything.
Unless like there's a reason like you don't want to close that door yet. But
Yeah. It's interesting though that they added the feature. So, anyways.
oh, 3.
I saw it spark, Vaston. I saw it.
Alright, come hit me, cat.
The cat chases after you again. 5, 10, 15.
You one day.
He's going back and forth. It finds the stuffed cat.
Oh, cool. It's got cat noises.
I'm gonna kill this cat.
So, Brax, you would just start to hear cat noises now that you've moved away from the distillery. Okay, you can't. Well, I mean, I've got sound going if you're got that.
I hear it, but it doesn't sound like angry cat noises.
Some of it does.
That's
Oh, come on! I want to bite him.
You're gonna die, cat, and I'm gonna kill you.
All right, Brax, your turn.
Brax is just over exaggerating. He goes over to the table. He tries to flip the table to like a ball's about to go off.
Make an athletics check, cause that's a heavy table.
Oh, I imagine it is.
Really just tries to.
Oh no! You go to try to flip it, and you brace your feet, not realizing that you're in your feet are standing on plates of rotten food. You go to push, and your feet slip out from underneath of you, and you'll basically land prone on your face in rotten food instead of moving the table.
Oh God!
No damage though, because not a crit.
It's a bolt Vaston. Help me flip the table. We're gonna die.
Very dexterous of you.
And then I guess my turn.
I stabbed the cat.
Okay.
It's gonna work this time.
Oh no!
It takes 5 points of damage.
I'm so unhappy.
Poor cat. That was just a stuffed cat.
Sigh.
He's about to break out a spell slot.
I was thinking about it. I was about to use catapult on this cat, bro. I was not.
All right, so the cat, when you stab into it, finally making connection, kind of just rips its body open, and it basically explodes. The air is filled with the interior stuffings of this cat just go foof through the air, and fill the room with choking dust and nastiness.
Con save?
Yep, that's a Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Thanks, Andy. Alright. Come on, baby. Come on.
Nope.
It wasn't food related. You're not allowed to succeed if it's not food related.
No one's been
All right. So you inhale some of it. You're considered incapacitated and suffocating.
No one ever survives that 8th heart attack.
You're unable to breathe and sneezing uncontrollably at the same time. So I'll let you role play that.
What a shit. Who's doing it?
Well, if you can't breathe, you can't talk.
He used all the oxygen left in his lungs just to save it.
All right, Vaston, your turn.
Brax. Alright. I'm going to humor Brax here and try to help him flip this table. He so desperately wants my
There's 2 very separate things happening.
At the end of each of your turns, you get to re-roll that check.
I forgot how strong you are. No one
Vaston just walks over, grabs hold of it with one arm, and goes flip. Lands with a resounding crash. Are you done?
And I guess the humor of Vaston as well, or Brax, I will, Vaston will hide, brace himself behind it, I guess, because we're expecting it, he's expecting it to blow up,
Yep.
so, yeah.
Okay. So you hunker down behind it?
Yeah, hunker down behind it.
Alright. Brax, at the beginning of your turn, you hear a very high-pitched whining sound coming from the room to the south, and then a chink! There's a flash, and then a roiling fireball rolls through the doorway. It immediately incinerates the Lornling. And then hits the table that you flipped over, and just kind of rebuffs against it, because everything in here is damp. The wood is all damp in this whole building. Yep. And then it's over. There's a whoosh of air, a concussive force and sound, and then it's quiet. Except for you seem to hear the distant sound of somebody gagging and coughing.
Oh no. Where's that coming from?
Oh no,
Also,
Flourice! He didn't know. He must have got caught in the blast. I give him a back down.
what direction?
So the fireball went down the hallway towards the kitchen. It blew out the window, and it blew up the still. There's just like broken pipes and stuff. All the pieces of the still are broken and scattered around the room, but the barrels are intact.
That's good.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that's my full movement. He's not here. Not here, Vaston.
Yeah.
You don't think he's
I guess I'll dash and go check. Not in the hallway.
You see Bloody Toes pokes around the corner and goes, "What did you do?"
Alright. Flourice, it's your turn.
So you're incapacitated, so just make that. That's a fail. And so yeah, you're unable to breathe.
Flourice can survive 3 minutes of this, guys. He's gonna be fine.
Vaston,
Like, hello.
You said we heard the coffee, but
Yep.
did we hear it towards the distillery?
No,
Hear it behind it,
it sounds like it's coming through the walls. Yeah,
coming through the wall.
to the north or north
Brax, I'm
east
pretty
there.
sure it sound was coming from this way. Off the head.
I can't hear anything.
He's deaf.
My ears are ringing.
Oh. There we go.
Open up the door and find yourself back in the hallway with all the portraits.
And I get to hear it, and I'm still hearing it, but now I'm hearing it.
Very distinctly coming from the study.
I will dash action to find Flourice.
Yeah, he is not doing well. His nose and his eyes are streaming. He's clasping at his throat,
What the hell happened to you, old man?
coughing and
It's all
wheezing.
been ripped off and just terror. That's the first thing you do
Oh,
when
that's
you
the
feel
true
threatened.
terror.
Yeah.
He's stripping down.
Are you done, Vaston?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, Brax, you're up.
So what happened, Bloody Toes? That liquid machine, it exploded. It almost killed me.
It's because you were messing with it, weren't you? Can't leave well enough alone. Get out of my kitchen. Get out. Get out. Get out.
5, 10, 2, 20. Dad. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Well,
Oh my God, Flourice is dead.
Yeah, he's throwing a fit. He's not dead. But,
Flourice.
he's throwing his clothes off, though.
21.
Okay. You managed to hack up, well,
Hairball.
the hairball. And
Alright, I feel better now, guys.
there's
My pen's back up.
there's like a partially disintegrated stuffed cat lying on the ground with his dagger in it.
Alright, let me just... You are a valiant warrior. I cast fireball. Heroic death.
Burning stuffed cat now. I am guessing this does not smell good.
I am immediately just gonna go duck into the other room then. I don't want to be near that. I thought he was in danger, and here he is hurting stuffed animals.
Did anything interesting happen with you guys?
No, nothing. It's a moonshine. It's gone.
Moonshine. Where's it at?
It's
Where's
gone.
it at?
It's gone.
Vaston! I run up and I grab you. I reach up and I grab. Vaston! I need moonshine!
Get off
Where's
me.
it at? I need the moonshine!
There's something in it. Go down to the roof and
I imagine it's like a little kid trying to move a giant. He's just like, just shuffling my clothes. It's gone.
No!
It's all gone.
there's still barrels on it, Vaston. The barrels are still intact. He can drink to his heart's content.
At least it wasn't mushrooms.
I doubt anybody survived that fireball.
At
I was
least
just in there. That's where I
it
came.
wasn't mushrooms. You know what? It's fine. At least it wasn't mushrooms.
What if the moonshine was made from mushrooms?
Moonshine made from. You're playing a very dangerous game if you're lying to me, Brax.
It's mushroom moonshine. It's
Where's it? You brought some for your old pal Flourice, didn't you, Brax?
Oh, I have a noise.
Give it to me.
I'll take you straight to it.
Do it. I draw my dagger. Do it right now.
Okay. Oh no, don't want to go in that guy's kitchen.
We can go the other way. It sounded like blood. The chef was quite upset.
What the hell happened here?
My pail is still on the ground there.
All this perfectly good food. They poured it under the ground. It's horrible.
That's blood.
Yeah. See those barrels down there? There you go, Flourice.
All right, I run up with them and can I pop them open with my crowbar?
Well, no. You have to tap them. You don't have the proper tools to open one. So you'd either have to tap it or just break it open.
All right, I stab it in the side of it with my dagger.
Who created that?
Make a attack roll.
Eh.
Standing here,
Okay, you managed to pierce it.
I just put my mouth up to it and start suckling from it.
Tastes a bit. Tastes kind of like mushrooms. No.
prove to me if it's edible.
I'm gonna be here for a little bit.
make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Alright.
You are immediately horribly drunk.
I'm fried mushrooms I got here. You all should really try some of these. Lights speed. Alright. I would like to pull out my water skin and pour all of the water out of it and fill it up with some mushroom.
It's still just pouring out, you know, the dagger hole.
And it totally
You missed it, Brax.
I still want to see it. If it would have been dehumanizing, imagine if you were so obsessed with the option.
Imagine being so obsessed about stretch a little bit.
Are you gonna drink more, Flourice, or?
I'm filling up, well, absolutely. I'm filling up my water skin, and then I'm gonna follow them and just drink while I'm doing so from my water skin.
All right, he stumbles into the room
Dude, you guys ever
with a full.
I've got a potion for you, tiny wee Mickey. Don't worry, I've got this grow potion, Vaston. I know you're compensating for something. Here you go.
Make another Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
So I hand Vaston the rope potion.
Okay. I still want you to make this roll.
I'm sure that'll be useful for you.
At disadvantage, however.
Oh. All right. So he manages to hand you the potion and stay upright, but he is leaning.
Hey, let's go find us some magic. What are you looking for?
Hand on the wall. What's beyond that door, Brax? He's staring at it for a minute.
I'm gonna save some of this.
They're waiting to open it.
All right, Brax, you gonna open it?
Yeah.
All right, you open up the door.
I think that's fair.
Just a second. Inside this room, slivers of light enter through the cracks in the shutters that cover 3 tall windows. The light reveals the shapes of several pedestals. On each one rests an object with a patchwork cloth draped over it. Wilting ferns and crumbling clay pots give the room its earthy smell. The floor is covered in a layer of straw.
Be careful, they're gonna kill you like the cat attacked me. What'd you say?
Did you say they're covered?
Yeah, they're covered. I just noticed that they're visible to you, but pretend you can't see them.
We don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I walk in and anything happens.
No?
I get a bunch of covered pedestals.
Yep.
Hey, maybe Clapper Claw's head's in one of these as I unveil the first claw.
As you unveil the first claw of Brax, you hear a voice in your head, and you just say, "Man, I wonder what you're gonna find under there. Man, it's probably gonna be pretty freaky, huh? You think
Oh, no.
she's got some weird things under there? You're probably gonna die." That's in your head.
You pull off the cover. You pull off the cover of the nearest pedestal, and underneath of it, you see a cage, a bird cage, and inside the bird cage is the oddest bird you've ever seen, and it moves, so you know it's alive. Looks at you with the head of a vulture, but that head of the vulture is attached to a pigeon's body and wings, and then the legs are the legs of a frog.
Okay, nope. Clapperclaw's head's not ready. And I'm just going around looking for Clapperclaw's head.
I would like to pat Vaston on the back and grab him by his head and say, "Did you know that I can read your minds? I can see all the things going on in there. It's crazy. It's like a fireball of thoughts."
All right, Brax. As you pull them off, you just find the next one to be an eagle's body that appears to have had a rat's head attached to the end of the neck, and one leg is the leg of some kind of a lizard scaled, and the other one appears to be a monkey paw. It turns and looks at you, and go.
Put the cover straight back on. Nope.
Quick, we have to free them. It's a revolution. Let them out. We gotta
Flourice, I swear to God.
let them go. I wanna
Oh,
open
wait.
the cage.
No.
I wanna open the cage.
Flourice, I hear they're here to steal your mushrooms, man.
I open the cage
They're
from
mushroom
the south.
thieves, Flourice. Don't let them out.
That one's already open.
Alright, I want to put my fingers out for the bird. Climb aboard, my feathered friend.
You open the cage.
Yep,
All right, stick your arm inside.
yep, come on, come. Yep, come on, we're gonna go. I can baby bird you some alcohol if you I can already feel it coming up.
You're listening to too much scotch.
I know.
Oh, nice. The creature immediately pecks at you, dealing 2 points of piercing damage. I'd say for pecking at you. Yeah,
Roll a dice.
it doesn't matter. It's a crit.
Crits double the dice.
All I'm saying is it's got to double something. So
Not necessarily. If I crit with an unarmed strike, it still does 0 damage.
that's because you do 0 damage. Zero times 2 is still 0.
I would like to burn this bird alive, please. I throw fireballs at it.
Okay, roll to attack.
You goddamn. We were supposed to be friends. You bit me.
He
I'll
missed,
never forgive
and
you.
it hit the wall instead.
God damn it. Bastard. I close the cage and I latch it. I pull out my crossbow. I'll show you. Goddamn. It's a common bastard. I knew it this day would come. Alright, that's my. Alright.
I'm still looking for Clapperclaw's head in all the purpose while he's doing this. I just throw the covers back on if I don't see it.
Okay. So the next one, when you get close to it, you notice the window to the north has a balcony outside of it. And above the window, it says... yawn. Y-O-N.
Yawn.
Yep.
Oh, so now I just have to assume that all the balconies have.
And you look over at the other window, and above it, it says thither.
Yawn and thither.
Yep.
Whatever that means.
Hey, thither. We're in hither. Hither, thither, it rhymes. It's like the same word. Oh my goodness. Fast out. I just got so close to your immaculate looking face.
Do I see Clapperclaw's head?
Nope.
Alright, on to the next one. You gonna shoot him?
No, we're over that now. That's over drama. We're best
This creature appears to have the head of a chicken attached to the body of a vulture, with the lower body extremities appear to be human forearms and hands.
Oh my god! No, no, no. It's walking with hands?
Yep.
No, no, no.
They both appear to be left hands.
What? Why? What? You killed 2 humans with this?
Let's go. We're gonna burn down Bavlorna's hut. I got the plywood. We're gonna burn it. We're gonna burn it all.
Taxidermy bird. 1, 2, 5. Number 6.
All right, you rip back the cover on this one, and looking at you is what appears to be a starling. Well, it would be a starling if it had the head of a starling, but it has the head of an eagle sewn onto it, which squawks at you with a kind of more of a peepish noise. Its legs... Excuse me. That was spicy. Its legs are the legs of a mouse, and it has a mouse's tail.
Oh, why is that the tail? Whatever. I don't need to know. I don't even know how you're supposed to fly. Final bird.
You rip that one back, and what you see would be classically what would look like a cockatrice. However, it's not a cockatrice. It's just the different body parts sewn together to make one. Bat wings, kind of a vulture-y head, scattered feathers, and scaled feet.
I'm like holding back comment.
And there's now a cacophony of bird noises coming from in there.
And you woke them all.
There was a door in that hallway, right? The one away from the blast room where we barely survived from the nuclear blast of the.
Yes, there was.
So, Flourice, are you passed out? Are you okay? God, he's unconscious.
He's just slumped over against the couch there.
He'll come to in time.
All right, let me.
Oh no, he's gonna catch the second wind.
Let's see.
Finally, I found the bedroom, Vaston.
That is.
That's disgusting.
Opening with the door, looking inside of here, you see what appears to be a dusty, uncluttered room. However, the room is moldering with the bed is covered in grime and mold that is just, it's been there so long in the damp that it's just rotting in place. Nobody's been there though. Up against the walls are what appear to be several shadow boxes. Inside of the shadow boxes, you find mummified pixies pinned to boards like a collection of butterflies. The glass on one of the shadow boxes has been broken and its contents are missing. So pixies, pinned like butterflies inside of these things.
Poor thing.
I guess I'm gonna see if they come alive and you can take them out of the case.
Well, you'd have to break the glass.
Yeah, we'll break the glass.
Okay. So you break the glass, grab a hold of the pixie, and pull it out. It's just a dead body. Doesn't do anything. You kind of accidentally break one of its wings.
Oh, I feel terrible. Hey, Flourice,
Dead pixies pinned inside shadow boxes.
Well, your blurred vision. Maybe a little bit.
This kind of looks boring. Why do you always pick boring rooms, Brax?
Well, Flourice, if you want the interesting room, you can go down to that bottom right room where the kitchen is.
I'm good.
There's two doors there, and I think the red cap is holding out with some
Brax,
mushrooms in there.
Brax, I have a present for you. Hold on, let me reach in
Red
my
cap doesn't
bag.
have much.
Red cap has mushrooms, I'm telling you.
I've got this
Flourice.
potion for you, Brax, and I think it really has. I think your ego needs to shrink a little bit, so I'm giving you this potion. Yeah, it's the potion of shrinking.
Oh yes, I always did wish I was smaller. What?
I assume I have a potion of invisibility. Is the other one? Or Ben? I mean, I don't know for sure, but
No, you don't. You don't know. You know that in Elvish it has a label that says vanish, and it's clear. That's what you know.
I'm gonna go somewhere else. Where haven't we been?
There's pickled mushrooms.
I think I'm tired of mushrooms.
Who are you?
I don't feel very good.
Who are you?
Okay, yeah, I'll leave Flourice sprays.
If he's standing between the door and you, Vaston.
There's stuff creeping up my throat. I don't know how to keep it down. Oh god.
No, Flourice just
Brax. Brax.
Get out of my kitchen! What are you doing? Get back! No! You stay out of my stores!
There's blood everywhere. I vomit everywhere.
Oh. The red cap puts her hands on her hips and says, "Did I ask for a hot meal? No, I didn't."
What? Do you have any mushrooms? I want some mushrooms. Can I get some mushrooms?
You're not cured just because you threw up, dude.
No, I know.
Okay, so the room to the north. Before we.
I saw it. It don't look good.
So you look inside and you see this. First of all, as soon as you open it, it's cold inside. Very cold. This room is freezing. Chunks of frozen meat dangle from the ceiling on hooks and chains. Along the walls, more meat is stacked in piles on metal racks. A small frost-covered wooden coffer sits in the middle of the floor. The cold seems to be radiating from it.
Ah. Cold's radiating from it. I guess I shall open it.
The coffer?
Yeah.
Okay. It is locked.
I guess I am not opening it.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's not locked. It's frozen shut. But it accomplishes the same goal.
Okay.
You-
Flourice, I need you.
As you're sitting there examining the box, from inside the box, you hear a faint noise. Thump thump. Thump thump.
Very neat, Brax.
Thump thump.
Okay, that's a sick beat. Okay, some of that
Do your fire thing.
I mean,
Fire thing.
only Brax can hear it because he's holding the box.
Oh, okay.
Or,
God, if I'm holding it, I'm telling
or,
you that I'm gonna punch
or right up against it anyway, as he was checking it out to see if he could open it, so he's touching it.
Right. Why would I use the firebolt on that? I should have been smart. Alright, I'm gonna pull out my crowbar.
All right, so make an athletics check with advantage.
I'm the strongest person here.
Wait, well you have disadvantage too, so straight roll.
4.
So he tries to find a place to wedge the crowbar, and it keeps slipping off. And then he slips and falls on his face a couple of times.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna lie down for a little bit there.
He's draped across the coffer.
I'll slump down to the floor and just lay with my back.
Vaston,
Vaston!
we need your muscle, Vaston.
What? What now?
We need your muscles.
Fire.
Bloody Toes comes over to you, Vaston, and goes, "What are you doing in there?"
There, some of them. It's not nice.
We noticed you were looking rather pale, and we've come to get you some blood, bloody toes.
Make a persuasion check.
They'll need to warm it up first, I think, in order.
Oh, well, that's very thoughtful of you. Goes back to dishes.
All right.
All right, so what are you gonna do?
So
I call for Vaston.
I guess I'll take the crowbar from Flourice and let me go.
I mean, he's basically unconscious, I think.
Still in the chest. I
Oh.
never pulled it
Well,
out.
not in it. No, you never found a place to wedge it. But sitting next to it. But
Laying on the ground, all right. I'll give it a shot.
okay, so with the crowbar, you have advantage. Yeah. So you chip away some of the ice, and then find a place where you can wedge it in there, and easily just pop it open. Looking inside, you see what appears to be a beating heart of a size that would fit in a normal sized human. Still beating. The cold of the room seems to be radiating from it.
That's not terrifying at all.
There's your heart, I guess. Well, I guess not heart. Why the beat? I'll have to see that.
I don't know what to do.
Hey. I mean, I don't think I intend to take a beat.
Alright, I'll get up. You grab that.
Would you like a beating heart?
Yeah.
Better stash it. I'm gonna grab one of the meat off the hooks and then bring it out to Bloody Toes.
Okay, Flourice, how are you carrying the heart in the coffer, or
Yeah. Keep it in there.
leave it in the coffer?
Yep.
Okay, so you just close it.
Yep.
All right. The coffer is very cold. Very, very cold.
Well, I'll put on, I don't know. I'll take off my pants and use his gloves or something.
Okay.
So they
He's walking.
He's walking around with a... He's walking around without pants again.
I just go to Bloody Toes and I
Flourice,
hand him the slab of meat. That's frozen solid, probably.
Bloody Toes looks at it and goes, "What am I supposed to do with that?"
It has blood in it. It just needs to thaw.
Great! Put it on the butcher's block over there. She points at the table in the middle of the room. Flourice, as soon as you come out of the room, you notice the cold emanating from the box dissipates.
I had to put my pants back on. Alright.
Oh, the tragedy.
And then from outside, you hear a voice says, excuse me? Anybody in there?
That's it.
Comes from this door over here.
I guess. You cool with it if I answer that, Bloody Toes?
It's your kitchen.
Oh yeah, he's been marinating for a while. He's probably good now. Bring him in.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, yeah, I open the door.
Great.
So you step out onto the balcony, and in a cage hanging over the side of the balcony are, well, 3 cages are out there, but one of them is occupied. Hold on a second.
Oh boy.
So there's 3 iron cages that hang from wooden beams that extend out over the balcony, over the lake. Trapped inside one of the cages is a smiling satyr. He goes, "Oh, hello there."
Hello there. I've been instructed to bring you in for some marinating.
I thought that's what I was already doing. Listen,
I just winked. I don't know if Bloody Toes can hear.
right, marinating.
Yes. You see, as I'm like freeing him from the cage, it's very important that you brought fresh with your blood ripe for the picking.
Yeah. The satyr says, yes, they keep fresh meat out here in the cages to season a little, and then bring it inside and chop it up before freezing it or cooking it. Brax ate some, yeah.
And like,
Yep.
yes.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna hand him a potion. Give the signal to drink.
He looks at the potion. Does it still have the label on it?
Yeah, the elf potion.
Which one did you get?
Drinking.
Drink.
Oh, he kind of looks at you questioningly and then shrugs and downs it immediately.
Alright, do I watch him shrink?
Yeah, he shrinks down, manages to grab one of the bars, and then looks around and jumps out, landing on the railing, and then jumps down from there down to the ground. Looks up at you, gives you a big thumbs up. Now what?
And I just open up my backpack. And then point.
All right, he climbs inside.
And I look at him like, and I just walk back out.
I should mention that he's completely naked. I forgot that part. So you now have a naked satyr in your backpack. Good job.
Yeah, I take a bottle of Witchlight wine and I just throw it in the water as hard as I can.
No, not the wine.
They're trying to make a loud splash. Oh no, he's getting away! Bloody Toes, help!
Bloody Toads comes running out. What? Where? Oh! You're not supposed to let him go!
He kicked me right in the face. He didn't tell me he had goat hooves.
That was supposed to be dinner! Ah! Goes back inside. Now what am I gonna do? No goat. She said she wanted goat. I got a goat. I was gonna cook it up, but no. They had to let it go. Of course. Stupid guess.
What's behind this door?
Alrighty. So you pull that door open. Oh no. Let me see.
Just imagine I'm just carrying a satyr in my back. I needed something heavy enough to distract him. Only one for me. That was almost empty anyway. I will never bother. I'll be fine.
Okay, so you open up the door. And as you do so, you hear kind of a noise. You rip open the door, and you see that you have just opened up a door that was up against that extremely large nest of hornets that was at the top of the stairs.
Close that immediately.
No.
They just start to come out, and you slam the door closed.
Yeah, and I run. I'm allergic.
There you are, running through. Alright. Here we go upstairs now.
I didn't know that was upstairs. I thought that was the B stairs, honestly. So.
Go.
Now that we know
I'm gonna let the satyr out of the bag now.
Okay, let the satyr out of the bag. Let's see. He comes out.
Bad little buddy. I didn't mean to jostle you around. I almost got stung.
That's fine. Thanks for saving me.
Oh yeah, no problem. In reality, it was Vaston that saved you.
that's right. Wait, how?
His brave, handsome looks distracted the evil red cap long enough for me to get you out of there.
Yes, we'll go with that one this time.
I need you to do the flex, Vaston.
Oh,
Wow.
You know I'm flexing.
Let's see.
See, no one distracts red caps like Vaston.
Well, I'm glad I got out of there. It's not every day that I'm captured while I'm naked taking a bath and then hung in a cage.
Really find these before.
I had a companion not too long ago, and another one before that, but that one actually managed to escape. And there's a funny little purple dragon.
Purple dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, it was, that was it. Talavar, yep. Mustaches, I remember.
A good friend. I saved his life too.
Well, he looks around the room and goes, I don't think I'm going to find anything to fit me in this size.
I just gonna grow it back. I just don't know how it wins.
Oh well. don't suppose any of you have any, well, I could really use a bath. Anything that I could take a bath in? It wouldn't even take that much at this size.
There's a pool downstairs.
Oh, well, that might work. How about some mushrooms? Do you have any mushrooms?
Oh, I could bathe you in mushrooms. You want me to bathe you in
I don't want to be bathed in mushrooms. I want to eat them.
Open your mouth.
Oh my god.
Open it.
He's not very big.
Open your mouth.
Oh, you're gonna shower him. It's a shower. Yeah.
Open your mouth.
He hesitantly opens his mouth.
I pour a little bit of the
I left before he could snap the barrel. I don't know that this is
mushroom
mushroom.
inside.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I know.
It burns! He says, gasping again for this. Oh, but tastes good. Oh.
Like mushroom.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go over here and lay down. Goes over and lays down on the couch, the love seat there.
Alright, we'll grab you before we leave, my friend. And here's the rest of the bottle. And I'll set it down next to it, even though he's tiny.
He's out.
Alright, let's go up these stairs.
I think we'll be okay, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
The room to the birds is closed, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, you'll be fine. We'll check out him in a minute. Last thing I'd hate is if the birds man.
Alright, you head. It's gone! What happened? So you head upstairs. Getting to the top of the stairs. You find a ball of light bobs above the rafters in this large bedroom, casting shadows over the room in which the owner's messy habits are on full display. Rumpled and moldering rugs share floor space with food scraps, stacks of dirty dishes, and tipped over clay pots whose plants have long since died. A bed that occupies one corner of the room has a pile of straw in place as a mattress. In the opposite corner stands a squat chest of drawers with a watering can resting atop it. The only other furnishing of note is a stocky wooden chest with a sturdy iron padlock. It sits in another corner between two closed doors.
Where are the plants at? The dead plants? We're gonna have standing guys, huh? Are they like in a corner?
Here is one. There is another.
Oh, they're the
There's one right there. Yep. Yeah, why do they have those on? That's so dumb.
You don't have them on GM there.
I should have checked first. The thing, it's hard to tell without clicking on them to see what layer they're on.
It doesn't affect what I would have done.
So if I do that, can you see the pots when I move them to the GM layer? Or not?
I don't see the pot, but it's got
Yeah.
glass.
Yeah, so see they're not even on the map, so it's not really...
Yeah.
There we go.
Like, each one of those had like, broken dishes around it, except for
Oh, these poor guys. I wanna go put them all in a corner together so that they're all friends. Alright guys, have fun exploring this room. I'm gonna become a gardener.
I can't moving you. Moving you so I can't move.
Alright. So you gather up all the plants together.
That's what Flourice said.
Alright, so you do. And then, what are you going to do with them?
I'm moving all the pots together and I'm gonna start gardening.
Have some water.
Yeah, I'll get a
Lord.
There's a watering can on top of the
Oh,
one
yeah.
cabinet.
I'll grab that. That way I don't have to pour.
All right.
Moonshine.
It's gonna water with moonshine. So you pour water into the dead plants, and you see them start to move. One of them looks at you and says, "In Sylvan, do you know Sylvan?
No.
Anybody know Sylvan?"
You speak Elvish? Wait. What's it? It says something.
Yeah, it's kind of gibbers something, and then it stops for a second, and then in kind of a rough common, says, "Thank you for the water."
I'll say it Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
No, yeah, it doesn't respond.
Man, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm just speaking common. You're alive? What the heck?
Anyways,
What is some plants?
it digs into the soil with one of its barky arms and pulls something out and hands it to you, Flourice.
Alright.
It's
thank
an
you.
it's an iron key.
Guys, it gave me. You want this watering can? Look, if you want it, it's all yours. Sign up.
Once again, with these iron keys, it's important to note where you got them.
Watering can?
Yes,
Alright.
water.
Here you go.
Okay.
Matter of fact, why don't you on a balcony? That way when it rains, you can just like soak it all up.
They don't respond.
Alright.
The chest of drawers there. I called it the cabinet. It's chest of drawers. Yeah. You open it up. Yes? You open it up, you find folded dresses and other garments. All of them kind of moldering and patchwork. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong. Not moldering, and they're actually all nice ones. They're discolored from age and neglect, but not moldering and nasty. So they're pretty old.
Give that to our friend downstairs.
Yeah, I'll grab the
Need to wear a tent-like dress.
Is this door locked?
Um, I'm checking.
Alright.
We'll have found that.
Yeah. Yes, it is locked.
Alright, I'm trying to use the key that they just gave me on it.
The key that you just got, you put it in the lock and try to turn it. It doesn't work.
Dang it. Alright, what other things look like they could be locked in this place? Yeah, what's this? Alright, is it locked?
Well, you tried the iron key that you got from the plants, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Now go down to the chest. Is the chest locked?
Looking at the chest, you can see that it is it's padlocked with a heavy lock. It has clawed iron feet and the initials BB crudely carved onto its lid.
Bavlorna, baby face. Alright, I'll try the plant key.
What's that?
I'll try the key to
Okay, let me check. Yeah, you insert it into the lock, and it does unlock it. Lock pops off.
oh my goodness. It just popped out.
Oh, what's inside?
I don't know. I guess I'll take a look.
Inside, you find a 12-inch tall marionette that It has faces on opposite sides of its head. One face is a moon, the other is a sun. Looks like it might be worth some money, actually.
Alright, you Vaston, take it.
I'll take it. Weird thing, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
So it's a 12-inch marionette, and you guesstimate, just because I don't like it, especially doesn't matter in this campaign, but that it's worth about 25 gold pieces. Okay. You also find an unpunched ticket from the Witchlight Carnival. The ticket is signed by Isolde.
Who's this soldier? Alright, whatever, here. Pass that back here, Vaston.
Did you guys get any information about the carnival owners and how they ended up with the carnival? I don't think you did you? Okay. Okay. So yeah, then you have no idea who that is. And 3 spell scrolls tied together with a lute string.
Can I tell what spell it is?
If you open one of them up, you can.
Yep.
They are for identify.
Hey! Do you want this Brax? Wait, can bards even learn identify?
You know, Flourice, your wacky idea about accuracy. I would have never thought to just water some random pots.
I don't know, they looked sad. I didn't know they were alive. I just wanted to fed friends. Keep me busy while you guys ransack.
I thought they would attack you. Honestly, I forgot what they did. So that's why I put them on the GM layer. But now I'm like, I mean, that's why they had them showing, because they're not hostile.
What's these scrolls? Here you go, Brax.
But they should have changed the name to Plant, and then you wouldn't have known.
Scrolls of identify.
That one is not locked. It leads. I just realized on this map. Can you guys see outside of the building at all?
Yep.
Window a little bit.
There's a cat out there.
That is disturbing. I just saw it. I didn't realize the cat was a patchwork of different cats put together.
That's horrible.
It's horrible.
It definitely
Holy crap.
Look at that thing. That's horrible. That's not a cat. That's a monster. Frankenstein.
In the bottom right hand corner, there's a picture of one of the birds. It's so bad.
If there's nothing down there, you can move our side to
What's that?
our tokens are outside.
Yeah. There's nothing out there.
Okay. Oh, I can't go to the bottom of the map.
Because there's a light line in your way. Hold on a second.
I can kind of see a gray. There it is. Oh, that's horrifying. Got his tongue sticking out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there anything on the top right?
The top right is some kind of a wind chime thing. I don't know. I actually don't know what that is just yet. Maybe it's something you haven't found yet.
Anyway, I'll
The one to the south, right? I think I already opened it, didn't I?
oh, yeah, you can
Okay.
So outside you see just a small balcony. You're up at the top of this house that's in the middle of this So it's a long ways down to the water from here.
Like covered.
Yeah.
So this is like this.
Yeah.
There's a balcony for your plants, Lord.
Perfect. I'll go start moving my friends over to the balcony. Come on, friends. Come in with me. We're gonna get you some
Open
nice
up the next door,
sunshine.
Vaston.
And thank you, thank you.
Yep, we love you. You little pets. Alright, you want me to open this door?
If you can.
I'll try to pick it. Wait, what kind of door is it? Whatever, I'll just try to pick it.
Sorry, I was answering a question somebody asked me. The door?
Yeah.
You're gonna try to pick it.
Yep.
So,
19. Or like, what's it look like, first of all?
I mean, your iron key fit into it, but didn't quite work.
Okay. Was that iron key like the one from Felony Hill?
No, you tried the one that you got from the
I'm
plants.
saying, did they look similar?
They look similar, but not quite the same.
I'll try the one from Felony Hill then.
It opens!
Ah, found the use.
Now, out of curiosity, would 21 have picked the door?
No.
No? 21?
Oh, wait, no, 20. No, I was looking at your 19. 21 would have. It's a 20 DC.
I would have barely gotten it, and then we would never would have known.
Yeah. I mean, like, what is this key for, anyways? Yeah, let's not leave that hanging. Alright.
The dead lordling, what happened in here?
Alright, so. Blah, 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 blah. This musty room looks like a miser's attic. Lying in tall heaps are discarded blankets, quilts, cushions, and clothing of all shapes and sizes. Not to mention musical instruments, toys, dolls, jewelry boxes, flower vases, child-sized caskets, and broken furniture. Among the heaps of junk are a few oddities, including a stag skull hanging on one wall, a white porcelain jar with chicken legs standing on a table, and a fancy helmet placed on a faceless head of a wooden mannequin, and a 5-foot-long bronze statue of a giant frog squatting in one corner, its mouth agape and filled with impenetrable darkness. A weak croaking sound calls your attention to a tiny, shriveled figure lying on the ground. It lets out one final gasp before dying.
Well, it should have been deactivated already. But anyways, I'll cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, it should actually, that last part, given what happened before, I mean, that's the block they give you, right? But yeah, it would already be just a doll lying on the ground. But it looks like it's taken damage instead of just, being unanimated.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay. As you do so, the stag skull lights up.
Oh,
Interesting. I wasn't expecting that.
On the wooden mannequin, the helmet that's on it, that is magical.
The what?
And the bronze the big bronze frog statue is also magical.
Alright. Man, who wants to identify them?
This bad guy was a great.
And one other thing lights up. As you look around the room, you see a kind of glowing outline around a shadow on the wall. You look at the shadow. You look at your own shadow. You look at Vaston's shadow. You look at Brax's shadow. And you realize that's an extra shadow. Roll initiative.
Brax's shadow. You're not supposed to be here.
Does it? What's the shadow doing here? I'm so confused.
I'm already so weak. He touched me or Flourice like twice and we're dead.
Oh, you got the ooze.
I did. Yeah. These are cool. I like, aren't they? Yeah.
Alright, initiative. And I need to change the audio.
Brax, don't kill it.
Should have
It
been
might be a
that.
friendly shadow. Actually, do what you're gonna do. I don't care. You do you, boo.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
It smells good.
There we go.
What? It's true.
Alright.
Mine smells like soap.
Brax, you go first.
I don't know. I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, but it's technically combat, so
So,
You know, it would have got a surprise round, but it got identified as something. Yeah, and it is it is magical. So
I guess I'm just, wherever the porcelain jar was, that's where I was walking towards.
the porcelain jar.
No, I'm the only one who knows.
I think it's in the upper section there.
Going down that way.
You say upper section or lower?
I said upper section.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Through the shadow.
Looking for the porcelain jar. Yep. Go ahead, please.
So you walk right past the shadow, stepping over it basically.
The shadow holding anything. Does it have a weapon?
It doesn't appear to, no.
Murdered that lonely.
It does not appear to be holding a weapon.
Shadow dagger against the wall.
Can you grab a shadow?
I never tried.
Guys, there's a shadow on the ground there.
There should be at least 3.
No, there's 4.
Oh wait, it is holding something. It's holding a spool of thread.
Quick, get the spool of thread in its hands. I'll
Okay.
try and grab it.
This making no sense.
So if you want to change, if Brax, if you are completely clueless, then you can continue what you're doing. But if that spool of thread would change anything, then go ahead and change what you were doing.
If I see a
Grab
spool
the
of thread, I'll
spool of
grab it.
thread.
I mean, it's basically just against the wall, though,
Is there any
held by the shadow.
I'm hunting for anything that can be my lost object at this point. I'm looking for anything that I can smash that'll release my ability to play the game.
Okay.
I don't think a spool of thread's gonna do it.
Probably not a spool of thread.
So
Alright, I'm gonna
just
grab
going
that.
with mannequin then.
I'm gonna get that spool. of
Okay.
thread.
Then Flourice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and grab that spool of thread. Do I have to roll something?
Contested strength, I'd say.
Brax, help me.
You really need to lay off the mushroom juice, man. Oh my goodness.
Brax,
Literally
help me.
mushroom juice.
Ah! That shadow's not very strong.
Yep, you snatch it.
Is the thread magic?
You know what? I'm not sure. Give me a second. Yes, it is magical.
Oh. Alright, then. Yeah, get wrecked, Shadow. Go back where you came from. Whose shadow are you? What shadow are you? Why are you here?
There's no reply.
Alright, I put the thread in my pocket. Anyways, ta-ta, I'll see you later, Shadow.
Done?
Yep.
Shadow's turn. The shadow immediately tries to just slip out the door.
Oh, alright. Bye.
You can get an attack of opportunity should you desire it, or you can let it go.
It's alright. I got the thread that it was after, I guess. So I'm just going. I stole the Shadow's thread.
Vaston, you also would get an attack of opportunity.
They don't believe me.
Yeah. Okay. So
Are you kidding?
you see the shadow.
Random object.
by the time you even realize what's going on, yeah, it would be gone. He snatched the thread and then it just left. So it would have gone 5, 10, 15, 20. What's its movement? 40, 25, 30, 35, and then jumps over the edge. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't even hear the splash. So,
It jumped over my plant friends.
yep, it's just gone. Well, that was really quick combat. We're done.
Hey guys, you think that's the only head we've seen? Do you think it could be Clappercross, or did he say specifically it was something? Because it's magic. We haven't seen anything, or it could be that helmet. Did he ever say what his head was?
He did. Whether or not you noted it is another thing entirely. I mean, it's currently a gourd with money in it.
That's right. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Well, it might be his head. If not, I'm keeping this.
I'm gonna go grab that helmet.
Grab this.
All right, so Brax, you're oblivious to all this. The porcelain jar looks like it's made of varnished white clay. It has legs that have been painted on it that look like the legs of a chicken.
Alright, I open it up.
You open it up, and you find 2 broken pieces of a wishbone.
I go.
You find 2 pieces.
I'll grab them.
Okay. So it's like a wishbone that somebody broke.
Are these magical Flourice?
I don't think so. Are they?
They actually are.
Yep, those are magic. What kind of magic?
I guess I just try to put the wishbone back together.
What kind of magic is
You,
it?
you put the wishbone back together.
Yeah.
As you do so, you suddenly hear Bavlorna's voice in your head that says, Scabatha forgets the first creature she sees when she wakes up. Although her memory returns each night when she sleeps. The creature forgotten by Scabatha in this manner is invisible to her. And then the wishbone crumbles to dust.
He forgets the last creature she saw?
Just gonna say it out loud.
Forgets the first creature she sees when she wakes up.
Tabitha forgets the first creature that she sees when she wakes up, and this creature is invisible. She
So
knows
we
about the creature when she wakes up the next day. I don't know why that wishbone said that to me.
So we need to like ambush Scabatha as she's waking up. That's her weakness. Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna grab this helmet.
Here, I'm gonna help you. Since we're doing it over the internet. At least you're taking, if you want to take notes, that way you have notes.
So what I'm getting from that is when she wakes up and she looks over towards the door and I'm standing there with the dagger in my hand, her brain will be like, there's nothing there. But then when she goes to sleep, she'll be like, there was something there. Is that right? Is that accurate?
Yes, that would be accurate based on what it says.
I want that.
Oh my god, I just found out those 3 spirits that need to be prayed by you. I forgot about that.
Keep in mind, Xander, that what I said was, that's accurate based on what it says.
But I know, it's literally that was very
So if we actually get there and I read the thing and it says that's wrong, then that's what's going to be. I actually don't remember. I'll have to look. That's a ways off in the future.
Alright, I'll grab the helmet.
Find this thing yet, Brax?
I'm looking everywhere, man.
Alright, so you walk up to the wooden mannequin
Yep,
and grab a hold of the helmet and pull it off.
yep,
Careful.
why?
That key side grab attack me.
Oh.
He reaches out towards it and you say that. What do you do?
What kind of magic is it? And is there anything else? Is there like magic traps around it?
It is magical, and the mannequin is magical, and the frog is magical.
Alright, guys. I grab the mannequin and I bring it over to the balcony. And I'm going to throw the mannequin over the That's a good idea.
Watch.
I'm going through boxes and stuff trying to find everything.
Now the wound up.
What happened?
All right. It's obvious that you're planning on being careful on how you do this. So I'm just gonna go ahead with it. So you grab a hold of the mannequin, get it over to the edge,
But I'll take the hat off, so it's dangling over here.
and then snatch the helm off, and the mannequin immediately comes to life.
I drop it immediately. If it so much as moves, I drop it.
Okay, well, contested strength, my good man.
Is it holding on to me? I thought it was holding it by not anymore.
No, but as soon as you pull the helmet off, it animates and attempts to get it back. So
Oh.
it gets a chance. It gets a chance to grab you, or grab something. Yeah,
Alright, this is fine. What is this? Strength?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
He did roll a nat 20.
That's so depressing. I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, but that only counts on certain things.
Alright, so it starts falling, I guess?
It starts to fall, then reaches out and grabs your arm. So it's got one hand on your arm. What do you do?
Can I cast catapult on it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Will that also launch me?
It's considered an object enough, I think.
Will that also launch me?
Wait, what's the weight limit on catapult?
1 to 5.
No, it's too heavy.
Does it have the hat? Is it holding the hat?
No. No, it's not. It's holding on to you.
Alright, I'll put the hat back on it.
It immediately goes lifeless again.
Great. Holding it, I grab the hat and let it fall.
Make another strength check.
What? It has time to grab it.
Yep, it's quick.
Alright.
Grabs you again. It goes lifeless.
I dropped it and grabbed the hat.
Alright, this time it works. Jesus H. Christ. Come on. I should have just had it hit you.
Falling, I can't. Oh wait, no, it's too heavy.
You just see it falling away into the mist and disappears, and then you hear a splash.
Alright, I put the hat on.
Put the hat on.
Flourice goes like this.
That would be good. That would be so good. What a trick. What a good trap.
Yeah, just put it on under the
You guys just opened this door to some traps in my mind. For instance, imagine any object that like has a sword or a hat or anything that's like attached or sheathed or whatever on it, right? And the player takes it out, right? And the object immediately something happens with it or whatever. Or say it's on fire when it has it, and then they take it and the fire goes out, right? But it's like they have it sheathed. So then they take that sword. Let's say it's a dagger. Let's go with a dagger. They take that dagger and they're like, fine, I'm going to keep it, and like they sheath it on themselves, and then they immediately ignite. Right? That's so good. That's gonna get used. What an idea. You see a warehouse ahead. Is that like a werewolf only a house? It is now. Let's see. You put the helm on, you realize that it has magical properties, but without identifying or otherwise or attuning yourself to it requires attunement. You do not know what it is.
Alright, whatever, that's fine. Alright, what's left in here? Whatever that toad is, what kind of magic is this toad?
Are we just letting Flourice do everything? Is that what we're doing? You
Go
know,
for it.
I think he's like the trap finder guy from the Bard's Tale at this point.
I'm busy playing with the mannequin, alright? Let's have some fun.
I was gonna say he's kind of busy at the moment.
I was watching that whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I don't care as long as you guys don't feel left out.
I did take the stag.
Okay. Cool. It's pretty bulky, just so you know. Okay.
Bulky guys, it's fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know.
Just so you know, there might be an angry mannequin looking to murder us if we go into the water. If we die to the impact, it would definitely secret it.
On you, along with the helmet.
You're probably right.
And this is how the BBEG was born.
I was just an animated mannequin when you found me.
You stole my helmet.
Stripped me of my purpose and left me discarded.
I love that this simple little thing has gotten so much. But anyways, so
Find your thing yet?
I'm looking.
I think you
I
found
feel like
it.
it's a good
Okay.
place
Well,
I'd
they'll.
like to say it's probably magic, and you're not looking in any of the places that have magic. Oh wait, did I not tell you that? My bad.
What's that?
What's in the cabinet then?
You find a hoard of worthless junk inside, clothing, and just the stuff that I described earlier.
Brax, give me 2 of those scrolls I gave you earlier.
You know, blankets, quilts, cushions, clothing, musical instruments, toys, dolls, jewelry boxes, flower vases, child-sized caskets.
Musical instruments on the ground.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
Brax,
Well,
calm down.
I saw how they released the lost things before, so I know you have to break them. So I just
Brax,
anything related to music, I'm just smashing right now.
Brax, give me 2 of those scrolls. What's wrong with you?
Take the paper. I don't want it.
All right, cool. Oh my god. He's not alright. He's not okay.
Nope, not
Ah,
it.
this is horrible. Alright, I want to cast Identify on the toad. Using a scroll, that way it doesn't take 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, what were you doing? I was reading.
I'm casting Identify on the toad using one of the scrolls.
Alright. Alright. You immediately know that the toad hides in extra dimensional space like a bag of holding in its mouth.
Oh. Hey, Brax.
So, like a bag of holding, to get objects out of it, you would have to stick your hand into the opening and will the object out.
Great. I put my hand in and I think about a platinum coin really hard.
A platinum coin appears in your hand.
Hold on. Let me add that to my inventory. I put my hand in and I imagine one of those little beads of colors of your eye. Just the beads where they put your eye and they put it in.
Oh, the eye color things?
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Dang it. My eye color's not in there.
No, that would be down at the thundercloud.
What are you doing, Flourice?
Hold on. Let me illustrate a point to you, Brax. I reach in and I imagine, man, what should I imagine? What's something that Scabatha would have? Sorry, not
Mushrooms.
Scabatha, Bavlorna.
Bavlorna.
Animal parts. Imagine there's a chicken's leg in there.
I do not want a chicken's leg in my hand.
But you just thought about it.
Oh no, I pulled my hand down.
Yes, but did you will for it?
Or you will for it.
Accidentally. My will is just so powerful. Happened on accident.
Then you have a chicken leg.
Brax, quick, put your hand in here and think about music or whatever.
I put my hand in there and I will for my lost thing.
You will for your lost thing. As you do so, you feel magic swirl around you. You feel like your hand is enmeshed in mud and eels, and something tingles at your fingertips, and then your hair is suddenly blown back as your lost thing is returned to you. You regain your ability to play musical instruments, and with it, you lose the curse that you once had, and you gain the ability to have inspiration, and with that, you gain inspiration.
Wow.
A lot of
Did you
things
see
just happened to you.
Did you see his hair blow back in his head?
Yeah, was there a gust of wind?
That's weird. Did you wish for wind? That's kind of a
Wish
weird
for
thing to
wind.
wish for.
I didn't think she stuffed wind in there.
Me too, but I guess
Oh,
you
yes.
did.
Pull out the loot.
Oh God,
Oh,
cover your
no.
ears.
Oh, Brax.
Was it awful, Master DM?
What's that?
I strummed my instrument. How bad was it?
Well, you'd have to make a performance check.
I don't actually know how to play an instrument at this point, so,
Imagine it's in that one.
so we're gonna disadvantage.
22?
Even at disadvantage. He disadvantaged himself.
Sounds pretty good.
What?
The best song in the
Brax,
world.
I don't think I've ever heard you play this good.
Vaston, we're gonna get all the babes from the taverns now.
I knew this would be worth it.
Wait, I'm gonna try. Can I wish for my last thing? Hold on. I put my hand in. I wish for my daughter, I say out loud.
I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure your lost thing isn't here, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Yeah, where's yours, AJ?
With name.
Scabatha, or
Yeah.
so then we should make Flourice with Indolin then,
Is that the last one?
because
Do
he
I
re.
really have to wait all the way until the last one?
Yep.
Dang it! Oh wait,
Now we
it's
go.
perfect. We can make it a big end boss where the beast shows up. I'm just imagining it now.
It's gonna be a mushroom.
It's gonna be a mushroom.
It's, I stick
My
my hand in there
daughter
and
is-
I whittled for Clapperclaw's head.
Will for Clapperclaw's head. Nothing happens.
Wait, I have an idea. Put the deer head in there, and then we can will for Clapperclaw's head. And if that comes out, it's Clapperclaw's head. But if it doesn't, we can just will for the deer head.
I don't think this is gonna fit.
All right, give it to me.
It's a big
Ah.
head.
Ah.
It's not gonna fit.
It will not fit.
I wish for a potion of healing.
You do indeed get a potion of healing.
Yeah, baby! Let's go! I'm so happy! I'm gonna have a heart attack.
I will for an elder cat mushroom.
Is Flourice normal? Is she no longer elder? Elder cap?
No, I'm normal now. I'm like as young and hip as you guys.
No.
My body is beautiful, baby.
I'll reach in and I'll will for a bell.
A bell?
It's a bell.
A bell appears in your hand. Looks like a little cowbell.
Cowbell. I bring it. Alright, just had to make sure. I don't hear nothing.
Is that your last thing? That's kind of a lame last thing, Vaston.
Yeah.
Wow,
lost
why
a
are
daughter.
you even a hero?
I lost a bell.
Man, that's it.
Why are we committed to the flowing wind?
It happens every single time. Hold on. Guys, just what if I reach my hand in, and I'll just think about another potion of healing. Maybe I can share. Is there any other ones in there?
Another potion of healing. You get another potion of healing.
Oh my goodness! Fast done, yeah. Alright, let's keep going down this rabbit hole. Potion of healing, is there any more?
No, that's it.
Rest in peace, Brax. You're gonna die.
At least I haven't died
Hey! That hurts, man. That hurts. Alright, I imagine a dagger.
Nope. No dagger.
What would she have? I imagine stuffed cat doll.
A what?
A stuffed cat doll.
A stuffed cat doll.
Stuffed cat.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Stuffed cat.
Why did you make me Nick Cage?
Brax suddenly looks more handsome. Oh my goodness.
I'm easily distracted. Anyways. All right, so
It's getting boring quick. I think I'm
no, nothing like that. Sorry.
Alright, just one more thing. Is there a unicorn?
A unicorn in there?
Yeah. Specifically, a unicorn missing its horn.
You get a little toy with a broken off horn.
Ah. Man, it doesn't fit. Useless. Alright, let's get out of here.
You don't think I'm just trying to think of anything that might have been lost that potentially she could have had.
Well, let's just think about it. What else would she have stolen from the carnival? Do you think there's
The
any healing?
Displacer Beast child. Maybe that's it.
Oh my god. Do you imagine if Star was in there? Suffocated to death?
That might be in there? Go
Oh
ahead.
my god.
Good luck with that. I mean, why not try?
All right. What are you guys gonna do now?
Did I kill the Displacer Beast child when I reached
No. No, I thought you were kidding. I'm sorry. I didn't say anything because I was like, they're just kidding. If you were serious, then no, you didn't get it. Jesus.
Trying to think of what else could possibly be in there.
Brax, as you step out in the front room, the light that was glowing in this area that from the ceiling suddenly detaches itself and drifts down towards you. It kind of throbs a little bit, and then you hear a voice in your head that says, "You have done well, adventurer."
Yes, we have, especially Vaston over there. He's the true hero of the party.
Yes, I am. This is true.
It's accurate.
Thank you for freeing this realm for now. The creatures that once were and those that are. Thank you for your service. And then the will-o-wisp flies out the window.
Why did Brax just look at that disco ball until it ran away?
Man, disco.
I knew it. We did mortally wound her.
Oh yeah, she died. Yeah, she
Wait.
must have fell down the well. That's the only solution. Yeah.
I don't think that's right.
As you're talking amongst yourselves, you hear suddenly the peal of several cracks of thunder and lightning.
No. Wait.
No, the balloon's getting
No.
away.
No, we need to go talk to them. No.
Go downstairs.
No.
So you look out. You could just look out the window.
I look out the balcony.
And you see the balloon already airborne and flying off towards the north.
We need to go talk to them.
Lightning cracking from the cloud as it goes.
Well, we'll go downstairs and give that satyr over.
Take me downstairs to the satyr. I don't know how long the potion of shrinking lasts.
All right. Ba-doop. Ba-doop. Oh wait, wrong place. Ba-doop. Bidoo. And Bidoo. Flourice is always on top of you.
Hey, what happened to the satyr? Is he alive?
No, he's gone.
You got it.
Yeah. Somewhere there's a naked satyr. I don't know.
Alright, guys, let's go get crap and get on that balloon, I guess.
I agree.
I think we're done. This feels like a new chapter. Chapter 2. I wasn't here for chapter 1.
Okay, so actually, sorry, I missed one thing. Sitting on the love seat, where the satyr was, is a stick with a single blooming flower on it. As you look at that, Flourice, you notice that it is magical.
Guys, who wants the magic satyr stick?
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I'll pick it up. Who wants it? I'll sniff it. I'll lick it.
What are you doing?
And whoever takes it gains the effects of a stone of good luck for 24 hours, as long as they're holding it.
That's not you with this stick.
As long as they have it on their person.
You look like you like it.
Take it. Fix it on it.
Gives you +1 to your ability checks and saving throws for the next 24 hours. At which point the flower will wilt off and it will lose its properties.
I run upstairs to the frog statue really quick, and I reach in and I wish for witchlight wine.
You don't get anything.
No! I'm all out.
Right. Alright, the line.
Alright, I run downstairs.
You don't know about that, alright? That's not.
I
You
saw
know
you
nothing about
before. I
that.
was looking out the window. I saw the
You
whole
saw that?
I
No,
saw
no.
you throw that bottle.
That wasn't me. That was the satyr, man. What
I
you
saw.
What did you throw? Hey. Hold on. Where's my water skin?
I needed something. I needed something heavy to make a splash.
There are several barrels of mushroom moonshine down there still.
Just because I feel a little bit crazy, I'll head up to where the barrels are, and I'll take my tinderbox, and I'll take my torch, and I'll just light it, and I'll throw it, and I'll shut the door really fast.
Oh, Jesus. It ignites, but doesn't immediately, explode or anything. So, so he comes, Flourice comes running downstairs. This wild look on his face. What level of panic does he see in your eyes, Flourice?
Oh, he's really running. I'm just gonna go out the door and jump out the balcony into the water then.
What?
That's a long ways down.
That's a much higher up than you think, Brax.
It's too slow.
Alright, go down the ladder right now. You gotta go.
Okay, so you go out on the balcony. Hold on a second.
How big of an explosion do you think? 'Cause these were the barrels. I had it tapped, so it's gonna get on the inside, explode that one, probably gonna blow up the other ones near it.
I mean, it survived one blast.
All right, there. You can go outside now. You step outside. There's frogs everywhere. They see you and immediately begin croaking, and then you throw yourself over the edge. The frogs, seeing you throw yourself over the edge, immediately decide this is a good idea and jump off themselves. This is gonna be epic. What are you doing, Vaston? Okay. Well, it's just a couple of rungs, and then you got to run down the stairs. You see them dive off and plummet into the water, plummeting towards the water. As they do so, Vaston, you hear this whoop from above, and the splitting of timbers as the entire cottage shudders above you and shakes. You turn to run. There's a second whoop, whoop, whoop as the other three go off. The cottage just disintegrates above you. Pieces of wood go flying in various directions. The pool that was in the center of it cracks apart and falls straight down, disconnected from the tall well in the center. And you just see fire and wood raining down around you. Several pieces of it strike the wooden walkway as you're running down the stairs.
Awesome.
Yeah, Brax, you hit the water with flaming pieces falling around you. Flourice is already in the water.
No, Brax fell first.
Oh, Brax went first. So Flourice hits right behind you. And flaming piece of wall hits right in between you, the two of you. Immediately extinguished, but heavy enough it would have squashed you flat if it had hit you. Other pieces, small bits hit the water above you. A beam hits the water off to one side. Vaston, as you're running down, the stairway behind you is disintegrating right behind you. So, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Look, I said I was gonna burn down this cottage, and I'll be damned if I go back on my word.
It's the goblin.
Oh, no.
You're gonna plus one to that, right?
Yeah.
What's the worst that happens? You fall down a flight of stairs.
So, a blast, a chunk of wood hits right behind you, knocking you forward, bouncing you off of a pole. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the impact, but you do manage to stay on your feet. Keep running. One more, please.
All right.
You make the corner.
You gotta swim over to where the boat is. Quick, Brax.
A,
There's no boat. Look, Flourice, the boat's gone. Swim
a chunk of flaming straw, probably from Bavlorna's bed, lands on top of you. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of fire damage. But you manage to brush it off and keep running. You make the second corner. You can see the water. One flight of stairs in front of you. Your friends swimming for it with pieces of things hitting all around them. Flourice and Brax, make a dexterity saving throw.
While I'm going, I throw my cloak out towards Vaston, and I want it to post and shield it.
Okay.
How far away is he from us?
We'll say he's close enough.
Well, close enough to hit both of us, or close enough to close to each of us?
Just the cloak to get to him. He's too far away.
Then that's a D8 plus 4. So you get 14 temporary hit points.
All right.
Oh, well, hell.
We're not good.
So, flaming debris hit both of you, dealing 6 points of bludgeoning damage to Brax and 2 points to Flourice. And you're shoved underwater, both of you. All right, Gaston, one more time.
Alright.
So you run down the stairs just as the body of the cottage collapses in the water behind you, and this rolling wave of water comes flying up behind you, hits you in the back, and shoves you forward with tremendous force. It launches you in front of Brax and Flourice where they were swimming, and you land with a splash, nearly skipping across the water. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and then the wave rolls out in all directions, and then there's calm as you guys are floating on the surface now in the middle of this. Calm and silence.
Let's go swim to shore now. To the southern shore specifically. There's some areas we haven't looked at.
Oh, what did you do, Flourice?
Well, I mean, she's not coming back to the cottage now.
I told you what the plan was when we first got here. Don't blame me. Alright, I'm just showing off my masterful skill as an arsonist. Alright. I know. Yeah, we're swimming off. I want to swim off towards this hangar here. That side of the island.
Okay.
Since that's the area we're exploring.
Together.
I don't know if I wanted, I wanted to go towards Clapper Claw, but okay.
Look, we'll get there
We'll get-
eventually.
We'll get there.
I just want to see the rest of it before we leave.
I think it's important that we get our feet on land.
Okay, so you swim up to the side of the land there and immediately notice that there's a cliff down to the water here.
Well, let's swim down here. Let's swim over to this over to this part.
I'm getting tired. I have way too much gear on me to be swimming this far.
That's still holding the stack, right?
Yeah?
You're using it like a scoop.
Okay, so you climb up on the bank.
Alright.
And there's just the receding water running off the land still from the where the basically tidal wave hit it. You hear the croaking noises of bullywugs from a nearby watchtower as they are talking amongst themselves. Just now creeping up and looking over the edge, they see your group and kind of point down towards you and talk amongst themselves.
Hey, what's up? We're working for the king. Don't mind us. We're gonna just go down this way. Don't
Y'all
mind.
see that?
That was crazy. My gas has gotten way worse.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Don't play with fire.
Alright, hold on a second. Let me...
I just want to know what's on that cliff. And should we go all the way to the right or just the cliff? I don't think we need to go all the way to the right.
Find a foot.
I mean, we just have to cross that river, right here to get to the building. So I think we'll be able to do it.
You're right, we don't know what to look like.
Okay.
One of these, either right here or right here, is residential, and that's where you go for like talking to the rebellion here. I imagine.
So to the north, you can see a bubbling cauldron out on the edge of that cliff-like area. There is a hut, kind of right here. And another one. Over there. Yeah. And then the path continues off over this way.
I'm gonna go check out that cauldron. That sounds interesting.
Let's get out of here, Flourice.
Hold on.
The whiffs just told me that we freed this realm. We're done here.
Hold on. There's a cauldron. This looks weird.
A bulbous green-black cauldron with a thick lid sits above a bed of hot coals on 6 sturdy iron legs that protrude from its curved bottom like the extremities of a crab. A wooden ladle hangs from a lanyard looped around the lid's knob. It's 4 feet diameter and 3 feet tall. The coals underneath of it seem to be moving on their own. They look really familiar.
Motorbike.
Don't mess with they're probably cooking their dinner.
I'll try and open it. Is it locked?
The cauldron stop?
Yeah. I'll just grab it.
You grab a hold of it and pull. It does not open. The cauldron immediately animates and begins to run away.
Oh, look, there it goes.
Can I hold on to it? Oh wait, no.
Heard the crap
Should
out
we
of
roll initiative?
No.
Alright.
I'm trying to see. I gotta zoom in. I gotta zoom in so I can see. It didn't open. You tried to pull it open and it just didn't open.
It's like animated.
Didn't we run into a cauldron earlier? Wasn't there a cauldron in Bavlorna's college?
No.
No.
I thought there was.
We were literally just in Bavlorna's cottage. There was no.
I'm not crazy. There was a cauldron. There was a little like clay cauldron. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Stop treating me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy.
All right. So the cauldron just scuttles away from you faster than you can grab it. It's automatic and you can't catch it. However, as it scuttles away, up from the coals, a creature kind of pops up, completely made of fire, like a fire elemental, but not. Let's see if I can get a better look at it here. It looks like it's covered in fire, almost kind of piggish face, with pointed ears, made out of magma. The creature looks up and goes, "So, you want in the cauldron, do ya?"
Yeah, there was a cauldron. I'm not crazy. There was a little clay cauldron, and in it there was a note that said "Spittle Spew." I just went back to our chat history.
No, that didn't exist.
No, that happened. I remember it happened. Oh my goodness, what are you?
"I'm a magman. If you want the cauldron, I can tell you the password."
There's a password?
"Yeah. If you don't know the password, you try to open it, it runs away."
Is the password Spittle Spew?
"How do you know that? Oh, damn it. Fine.
What did,
You don't need my help."
wait,
And
what
he
did
just
you need?
he just submerges back into the
Hold on,
coals and
wait,
disappears.
What did you need? Hey, I tap on the coals. Magman.
What?
What did you want?
I was gonna trade you for some dry wood.
Alright, well, what else could you... I have dry wood. What else do you want? I have it. It's in my bag. I traded away my
Traded
footsteps
the
for
lady
this.
dance.
You already know the password. I don't have anything else for you.
Could you, like, give us some coals? Like, that I get to keep?
No.
Is there anything else that you could do?
Set things on fire.
Man, you've got a pretty sad life.
Look, I just like fire. I like the sound of dry wood burning. Makes that crackling noise. It's really nice.
So where'd the cauldron go?
It'll be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
And there's really nothing. I don't know what else to do with this dry wood. I was planning on burning down Bavlorna's cottage, but it exploded.
You know, dry wood is a wonderful thing.
Yeah?
It just crackles and pops.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
I'll give you like an eighth of the dry wood I have. Here you go. Just
Like,
a little-
oh, a couple pieces. That's very generous of you. Thank you. And he goes back into the coals again. And putting the wood on top of it, it starts to burn, crackling and popping nicely.
Alright, well I guess while we wait, I'll cast Identify in my lovely hat.
And then the cauldron comes back over after 10 minutes and sits on top of the coals again.
Spitter spoon.
There's like a purplish light, and you can now open the cauldron.
Alright, I opened the cauldron.
I'm surprised you made that connection, honestly.
Well, I remembered
Yeah.
the cauldron from earlier, and then
Yeah.
everyone else said no, so I went back in the chat log. I didn't remember spitter spoon.
You really have to pay attention to this game, guys. All that little shit, sometimes it actually has stuff. Okay.
I'm concerned though, because I also traded away my feet for wood that was the alternate route, and it didn't even need to do that.
What you expected? Out of wood.
Useful. It'll be useful in the future. I know it will be.
Anyways, yeah, so you open it up. Inside, you find kind of a brownish, muddy-looking liquid inside. It's gray. It's kind of frothy, bubbling, gray-black liquid.
Do we still have detect magic going?
Probably not. It's only. Is it an hour or 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah, it'd be gone. Because you had to wait 10 minutes for the cauldron to come back.
Alright.
You did say you cast Identify on the helmet later.
Yeah, I did say I cast Identify.
Oh, the helmet is a helmet of, give me a second. I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm going to look it up again. A helm of telepathy.
Oh, yes.
You really can read minds.
I'm gonna be so telepathically powerful, and you all don't stand a chance.
Don't give him this power.
I didn't give it to him. It was there.
I'm so happy. Alright, I pour out my bottle of ink, and I fill it up with some cauldron stuff.
Okay.
Who wants to drink this?
When you created your rhythm for it, not?
I'll put the lid on it for later. And you know what? I'll fill up my alchemist supplies with it too. Any of the little vials
Probably
that I
better
have.
if you drink it, eat it now, whatever, it gets warm, right?
Alright, I'll drink it. What's gonna happen to me? I have 2 vials of this, and I just drank one of them.
Like taste and ink as well.
You drink it down, and how much do you think is in a vial?
It says an ounce in an ink, and a vial is like a potion. So I have a vial.
So like a pint?
An ounce.
Oh, so not a pint.
For the ink bottle. The other one.
Yeah, so
Like
you
it to be at least a pint?
it needs to at least be a pint, or it does nothing.
It didn't do anything.
Was it rather
But You get a tingling. You have the feeling that it is magical, but you need to drink more.
All right, I'll drink more.
So when you drink a pint of it,
Oh, I don't feel
that's a lot.
my stomach's bubbling. I'm feeling real full.
There's suddenly you guys are watching him as he's saying that, and then suddenly roll a D100.
D100?
Yep.
That never ends well.
This is a good time.
And suddenly, instead of Flourice standing there, there is a giant frog.
I drink more.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Just tip it into my mouth.
Okay. Nothing. I mean, nothing changes.
It's a very full frog. Okay, that
All
was
right.
an exciting 10
I
minutes.
start hopping down, and I start headed towards the river, I guess. And I kind of stop near Brax, and I motion my head towards my back.
It's a polymorph spell, just so you know what it is.
Oh. Yep. All right. I motion my head towards my back, and I'll lick him with my tongue, and I'll pick him up with my tongue and put him on my back.
What? You're not that. Yeah, no.
I'll hop over to Vaston, and I'll grab Vaston with my tongue and start hopping towards the river.
The feasibility of this is very questionable.
How big are giant toads?
I would grab that tongue and
Giant frog
Oh.
and a giant
Much?
frog is
Only medium.
they're only medium, so
I thought they were giant.
yeah. Well, they're giant
Oh my goodness.
for a frog.
Oh my goodness, I can jump
giant
so
veil.
far.
Filled with veil.
I can jump so far.
Basically, you have the same jump as the Herringon.
Look at this. I jump all the way down there. Boing. 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 Boing.
Oh God! No, I mean he's. You went past a couple of huts there.
Boing. How high up are the huts? Boing. Boing.
Huh?
How high up is the roof of the hut?
You could jump up to the top of them.
I jump up to the top of the hut.
They are thatched. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah. Look, my intelligence is only a 2, baby. I say, therefore I do.
So he jumps up on top of the thatched roof of that building and immediately falls through it,
I jump out as fast as I can.
landing inside of this building here.
Or homeowner.
This is why you build your house.
You land amongst a bunch of bullywugs all standing around like a map and some other stuff. They look at you as you fall into the middle of them, like, you know, a lot of what the hell looks, and then you jump back out.
Give it a
Boing.
jump back out.
I broke the revolution as I jump out.
All right, and you see him jump back out,
Alright, where are they going? I figured we were leaving.
and then a bullywug steps out the door, looks over the direction the frog is going with you two, kind of shakes his fist, and yells something, and then goes back inside, slamming the door.
Poor homeowners alone. Yeah, I don't understand the thought.
Hold on, I gotta open up areas here. There you go, guys. There's the cauldron for you, down in the bottom right-hand corner.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Okay, cool.
I'm guessing in the upper left-hand corner there's something. Oh, that's worth showing people too. And in the upper right-hand corner, you can see one of the heads on a spike. Yeah. Give me a second. Yep, just a compass.
I would not have gotten near that cauldron. That is creepy.
Now what?
Spider legs. That is a no-go. I already said I'm definitely convinced.
All right, here's getting some water. I actually could use a drink too, so I'm gonna grab one real quick. I'll be right back.
Guys, I think we should just leave. I can like hop us across the river.
Or you can
Yeah,
run
now
past
you
them,
drew me
grab
into
a
this,
boat,
and now you want to leave.
and we work along the path, and then we get over there. Instead of swimming, risking water in there. I'm not too check.
I'm just like in a shower of songs following me off the balcony. And then like they're getting hit by beams and stuff. You just hear death throats.
No, because that's like an animation. I'm just imagining like an animation, like a show, with you jumping off and frogs, just explosions in the background, like a high tense like action song playing, but it's also like slow and melodic while you're just like falling, and then it flashes to Vaston running down the stairs with a beam of fire falling behind him.
Yep, I tried to make it epic. Okay. Get back to my notes. So, looking ahead, you see some giant toadstools. Further up the path, there's a hut next to you with a steep thatched roof.
Yep. For a boat.
As you're walking past the stools, a personage kind of walks out. You suddenly feel your heart go cold, filling you with a sense of loneliness that borders on despair. A haunting, melancholy tune played on a flute reaches out to you from somewhere nearby. It appears to be originating from this individual. It's a slender elf with pale blue skin and black hair, standing in the shadow of a gray 6-foot-tall toadstool, playing a somber tune on a double flute. Kind of eyes you as you go past, and then stops. Says, "Hey! Hey, you've got it, don't you? I know it, I can feel it! You've got it!
Oh, we got it. What we got?
My heart!"
Oh my god!
We both just look at Flourice.
Frog has it.
This is so terrible. There's no way to get it back right now.
Guys, just hit me until I turn back.
If only I knew. He's so happy. Well, he's got it.
he drank from the cauldron.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep, seen that happen before. Hi. My name's Octavian. Nice to meet you all. He leans over. He leans.
Brax and Vaston.
He leans over to your Brax and says, "Hey, is Flourice a female frog?"
Yes. Yes, she is.
He rubs his hands together. All right.
Do as you will. I work your magic.
What is wrong with you?
Given the opportunity, wouldn't you?
Say a word. I just have a big grin on my face.
She is the most beautiful being you have ever seen. You want to hear a lovely tune about the grace?
Sure. Can I play along?
Of Flouricia?
Or I'm really not doing him right, but oh well, that's fine. It should be more melancholy, but I'm not. No.
He's supposed to be depressed until he gets his heart back. Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it-
So I got think for a second. Let me say, okay, I'll play with you.
Ben, you know that one clown from Child of Light? The
Yeah.
blue one? That's the
Yeah.
best?
Yeah.
I'm picturing that.
Okay. Kinda.
So, while we play with this beautiful tale, how did you lose your heart? Are you still breathing?
That's a very good question.
Well, I suppose I can tell you. I am quite, an attractive person, and I had so many girls chasing me, and many of them were wanting my attention all the time, that I left at one point and sought a way to make it to where I could not feel the despair of all of that longing directed at me.
I don't understand the word you're saying.
And so I went to Bavlorna, and she told me that in exchange for my heart, she would make it. Or sorry. I saw magic to deal with that problem, and we made a deal. But when it came time to pay up, I decided that it wasn't worth it. And Bavlorna, she really didn't, she didn't care for me breaking our deal, but she wanted my heart, and it seemed like a bad idea. Anyways, when I told her no, she decided she would just take it anyways, and so she plunged her hand into my chest and pulled my heart out, still beating, and put it in a box and took it away. And ever since then, well, actually, I'm missing a part here. She took my heart out, but she gave me something in return, kind of as punishment. She stuffed a goat's heart inside of me. So I wouldn't die, she said. And so I could live like this, tortured forever.
Sounds like Bavlorna.
Yes,
Now,
and
how do you get the one heart,
Well, I don't know, but somehow I've got to get rid of this goat's heart. It doesn't pump well enough, and I get weak really easy. You know, sometimes I just faint. It's terrible. But I've got to get it out, and I got to get my heart back in.
How are we gonna do that?
I'm not really sure how to do it.
Needle and thread.
What? You have that.
I don't have that.
I have
no,
that.
I got Flourice.
Frog has that.
I think that's a terrible idea, whatever you're thinking. Fascinating story. Ridiculous, might I add. But fascinating.
Yeah,
It sounds like she is very hospitable to her guests. I feel like that's like breaking a major law in this region.
Bavlorna felt she was above the law.
Yeah, that. I don't think I'm going to do
Boing,
way that
boing.
Flourice, get back here.
Sad boing. Sad boing. Sad boing.
How long is calling
You
last?
change back right now, Flourice.
It lasts an hour.
Oh my god.
Change back right now.
Well, you want to walk with us? Is there a boat anywhere nearby, Octave?
No. I think there's one at the dock just over there. He points north.
I'm gonna lick Vaston's face with a big bead at the end of the stick. I'm just gonna and then retract it.
It kind of sticks and pulls your cheek away a bit, you know, like painfully.
I try to grab it.
Do you know how to turn him back, Octavian? Have you seen people turn back?
Yes, it takes like an hour or so.
Is there a faster way?
Well, I once saw one jump into the coals afterwards, and he got burned and turned back immediately. But
Sounds like we need a burner.
Oh, yes.
Hire Brax?
I guess.
Bards have no.
Pull out a torch and I light it. And then I just,
Super nice work.
I jump away. I jump so far.
He's got you by the tongue, though, doesn't he? Ah, contested strength roll. That's what we need here.
I was going.
He said he was gonna. So,
Strength roll.
yes, a contested strength roll because you licked him.
Got a chance here.
I can't do it fast. I just wanted to do like a bloop.
It's a sticky tongue.
Oh no. Oh no.
You win.
Huh. I bounced away. Get me out of here. Oh god.
I think he sent it. He sent it straight to me.
It's because I did it with the giant frog instead of Flourice.
Yeah, but anyways, it's a 17. Just so you know, I can see it, and the stream will show the truth.
The fact that we're lighting our torches.
And Octavian's like, "Oh, don't move so fast. I can't keep up."
Okay, yeah, you have a torch?
No.
Get back here, Flourice. Get over quick.
Oh my god. This is horrifying. What's wrong with you guys?
We just gotta change you back.
I bite Vaston. I try to bite Vaston.
Punch you.
It's a 13.
Oh, 13's my hourglass.
Oh, let's go. My goodness, 1d6 plus 1. 7 points of damage. And you have to make a strength check.
Oh, do I now?
Vaston, what is your armor class?
13 on the dot.
So as you're doing this, you feel a prick in your back as something stabs into you, dealing 1 point of piercing damage.
Did Octavian stab you?
What's that?
Well, you're facing to the right on the map, right? So
Yeah.
from your
I
back,
can see what happened.
well, you're a frog. So
You're
you're pretty sure some bugs just got him, but you're not 100% sure how they got their stingers to go so far. Let's see. So you take 1 point of piercing damage, and you need to make a con save.
Okay.
I think Vaston's gonna die.
Yeah, 15.
As success. So you feel some kind of something creeping in from where it bit you. So you reach back and pluck out a needle-sized little arrow that has some kind of a poison on it.
Who's out there? Reveal yourself now.
So you turn around and look.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Let me get this real quick.
Maybe it's something that can kill me.
I was about to punch you.
You still have 10 hit points, right?
I do.
Alright, good.
Rolling no damage by Denver.
What are you?
I was gonna hit you and then grapple you down.
And you see this giant tree with several holes in it. Bit kind of I don't know. Maybe coconut-sized holes, and you see a flash as something sticks its head out. Little pixie sticks its head out, then comes out the rest of the way, pulls back a bow, and fires again.
Don't do that.
Missing you. But,
This?
yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
No way to treat a king.
I recognize mid-leaf. I feel like I recognize that.
Yeah, but you don't know their names, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, go to sleep. How many of them can I give in one sleep spell?
Well, you gotta roll the hit points. And what kind of area were you putting it? Or is it just creatures within sight? Yeah.
20 foot or 90 feet away.
So where are you putting it?
I guess the ones on the front of the tree that I can see.
Yeah.
In the middle. Can I hit the front three? No, that's not 20 feet.
Yeah, if you put it on Dandy, you'd hit all of them.
Yeah, I guess I'll put it on Dandy.
So, four pixies fall out of their holes and thump to the ground. Thump, 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 thump. That's it. That's all that happens.
That's over with. I pulled back out the torch.
Flourice gives up and lets it happen.
just stab the fire torch right out.
I will say, Brax, that you cast a spell and wait a minute. Does it go to the thing with the lowest hit points or the highest hit points?
Lowest first.
Okay. You feel it take out the pixies really quick, and then it tries to affect a fifth object, but fails.
Oh. Hey. Yeah, let's hurry up and get this over with. Alright. Flourice, turn into a human again, damn it.
How magic works, right?
Invert magic of fire, yeah.
Right.
Octavian says, I ran into a witch once before, Bavlorna. He's kind of walking slowly, catching up. She turned.
Nice, is it burning?
No, she turned me into a newt.
See? Burned the witch.
It really wasn't all that bad. I did get better.
That's positive thinking.
Vaston
Stay
burns the
positive.
frog.
As we're gonna get your heart back.
He's like walking along. Are we going to the boat? He's like just walking really slow. Walking past you as you're doing whatever you're doing.
Heart back? And yes, we are.
We have 1 minute. We have 1 minute until the pixies wake back up for Vaston.
Octavian keeps walking. He's like, oh, I don't think I can hurry. I might pass out.
What are you burning, Flourice? Or
Oh,
don't you get
Yes,
it?
you said you burned it.
But he's not a person yet.
Goodness sake, where's the sword? I jump on it.
I mean, they're not holding swords, they're holding torches.
Can I tongue Vaston's sword and try and stab myself with it?
You're a frog. Why would you do that?
If only you could tell me the telepathy or something. That'd be crazy.
But he's.
I smack him. I smack him. As hard as I can.
Wearing that helmet of telepathy.
Does it do like 1d4 fire damage?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what
If you're just gonna beat him until he turns back, we'll just shortchange it. Octavian keeps walking. It takes several blows, like 30 seconds of beating him with torches, but he does eventually turn back.
I don't think torches are a strength-based weapon.
I'm beating you with something.
Octavian is still walking up towards the boat.
Alright, I'm okay now. Please don't hurt me. Wait, what happened over there? What are
Oh,
those?
sorry, you're human again.
They're gonna wake up in 30 seconds, Flourice. We need to move.
Alright, hold on. I'm just curious about something. I run over. And I want to cast Detect Thoughts on one of the thingies, and I want to know what it's thinking.
It is thinking of all the fun it can have by torturing people, dreaming of torturing people into attacking it and accidentally waking up the tree, and all the fun of watching it smash them into the dirt.
Wow, that tree is evil. That pixie's evil. Oh my god, that's not what I was expecting.
Alright, so you jump.
That's absolutely horrible.
Everybody jumps in the boat. Fortunately, they can carry exactly 4 people. Octavian says, can I have my heart back yet?
Oh, yeah.
You hand him the thing.
Yeah.
And he opens it up and goes, oh, there it is, my heart. Now how do I get it back in my chest?
I don't know. Do you want me to cast Identify on your heart to see how to get it back in you?
I don't know. I know it's a curse. Could one of you break a curse?
Nope.
Well, I guess I'm stuck then.
Well, you have your heart.
Yeah.
Do you want to come with us?
Has some pincers. He uses pincers. Yes,
No.
yes.
I think this is a remove curse thing, like he's saying. Do you want to come with us until we can get that off of you? You can just come with us. We're leaving the land.
Well, sure. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine.
All right. Good.
Let's go. Where are we going?
We're going to dinner.
You going to Thither?
Yeah.
I've never been there. Let's go.
All right.
You go over to Clapperclaw.
Yeah,
But first we're gonna go pick up a friend, and then we're getting on a giant balloon.
It sounds amazing. Let's go.
Down to the cause.
Does he have his emotions back?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I should be more like, oh, I guess that sounds okay. Let's go. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine, I guess.
Great, we got another follower, guys.
Pay no attention to the burning wreckage on your left.
We may have blown up Bavlorna's cottage.
You're supposed to say we were never there.
Wait, do I see floating toads in the water?
Nah, they out. No.
I should have asked for a scroll of remove curse. Maybe you can help this guy.
I mean, it's probably at the bottom of the lake now.
Man, how are we ever gonna help this man? He's kind of screwed.
Alright, guys, I can't move the boat, so you just have to move yourselves over to Clapperclaw.
Oh yeah, that is how that works.
So you pull up in your boat over next to Clapperclaw. Oh, thanks.
that got destroyed.
Yeah, that... You have bad luck with boats.
Some troll paste amongst the bird. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that's it.
Clapperclaw looks up as he sees you. Says, oh, hi guys! Welcome back!
Hello.
Is this your head?
The stag head?
Just that guy.
He goes, yeah, that's it! Let me see it! Grabs a hold of it, reaches up with one hand, plucks his other head off, sets it down, puts the stag head on. As he puts the stag head on, you see the eyes light up with a blue light. And he moves it back and forth like he's stretching his neck, and he goes, that is so much better. He still has no mouth that's actually moving,
Right.
but
Definitely an improvement. Great fireplace.
several of the bullywug heads on spikes are say things along the. I think he looked better before. It looks awful now. It's too spiky. This is the wrong color for him. I think he should have gone with green. Anyways,
Does it look better if it was
Clapperclaw says, "No, it's fine. Let's go.
yes.
Where are we going? Where are we going again? You helped me. I can guide you to thither, but how are we getting there?"
There's a balloon that we pretty much
More guys. Just call for her at the
yeah. Oh, also, we're bringing our friend here. Do you know how to remove curses?
Me? Says Clapperclaw? No, I don't know. Sorry.
Frog heads, how do we remove curses?
One of them says, you can try a remove curse spell.
Do you know how to cast that?
Another one says, you throw him in a volcano.
No, back to the remove curse spell. Do you know where to do that at?
Well, no, you have to have somebody that's able.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's unfortunate.
Go.
But let's get out of here.
Looking over where the king normally is, all of them are not there. That's empty there. Yeah.
Oh. Probably all scattered in the explosion.
Yeah, you don't.
What happened to that water?
You hear distance croaking, like shouting of bullywugs, but you're not sure where. They're not here though.
Well, now it's. Let's head down there.
Does Clapperclaw put us over the weight limit?
He's a scarecrow. He's he doesn't weigh much.
I'll carry that one.
All right, so you make your way to the balloon.
scarecrow.
One I wish you didn't have the brain.
Anyways, you get over to the other dock and look at the balloon. The balloon actually looks like it's been all patched up now.
Oh. Looks possibly usable. I guess I'll yell out for Morgoth.
But hold on, Morgoth is still a prisoner. Let's just get in the balloon.
We said when we get Morgoth.
Morgoth. Alright, man.
So you call out for Morgort.
Yeah.
Okay, where'd she go?
Morgoth.
Ah, there she is. Yeah. She hops out onto the end of the other dock. It says, it's about time.
Yes, a lot happened.
I noticed. Are we ready to go then?
Yep, we're ready.
Yes.
Well, let's go. She jumps back in the water and swims over to the balloon and then hops into the carriage and then grabs a hold of a line and pulls it over to where you can get in off of dry land.
And to think, we've been a party together for the entire whole journey, all 5 of us. Started as 5 and we'll end as 5.
Oh.
6, actually. I forgot about Morgoth.
Clapper Claw. Where's Octavian? I lost him. Oh, he's clear back over there. Octavian, Jesus, too many. Good thing these things can hold 8 people.
Get that rock. It's a shame we couldn't get that rock to come with us.
So after everybody's piled into the balloon, Morgort says, "Okay, throw loose the lines and let's see if this thing will take off."
Well, let's hope.
I throw 'em loose, baby.
All right, you throw loose the lines. It rises slowly upward. She goes, "We've got a lot of weight in here. Do you don't have anything that could produce hot air, do you?
I
Oh
sure
yes,
do.
Flourice is
Oh.
working for us.
Or some kind of fuel that we could burn in the
Yeah,
in
I
the
believe I do.
Maybe some dry wood.
I traded my dancing for this. Here you go.
you hand over the rest of your dry wood."
No, I keep a 4th of it.
So she burns some of it, and the balloon takes off. She goes, "Save the rest of it. We'll need more later."
Alright.
And the balloon takes off
In your face, Vaston. It wasn't a worthless purchase. I just got us off this rock.
and begins flying with her directing it, and Clapperclaw directing people where to go, and Octavian being Octavian.
Octavian.
Can't even enjoy it.
As our official member of the team, I'm making you our psychologist, so you're the person we come to if we have issues.
Starting with Flourice.
That sounds pretty neat.
I would like to talk to you about my mushroom addiction.
Or I guess I could do that if you need someone. I mean, that's fine.
Flourice felt so much despair after talking to him.
So, for most of the journey, I sit there talking to Octavius about my life.
Why?
So,
Why?
See, I was actually born to a royal household, but there was a coup that was staged right after I was born, so I got drafted down the river until some lizard folk found me in the swamps, and that's when they took me and raised me to be one of their own.
did you say something about the unicorn horn earlier? Brax?
Yeah, we were supposed to free the spirits with the unicorn horn out of that well, the ones that were drowned.
We should do that.
You
Too late now.
you happen to have the objects on you still, don't you?
unicorn horn and I say, "Be free, O spirit thee."
I almost sprayed soda when he said that.
I grabbed this.
I've grabbed the nuts off of Van's head.
Anyways. All right. Yeah, so as you do so, little wisps come out of them, and they go, "Thank you," and then fade away.
Wow, look at that. We didn't even have to go back.
And those objects are gone.
What? I imbued nuts.
Boy, did you.
This is horrible. Now I have to re-imbue something. Dang it.
We lost the unicorn horn.
No, you have the unicorn horn still.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. Bro, I thought we just...
But the objects that had the wisp in them, the wisps are all gone out of them. So
Oh. Aren't we supposed to do something for Jingle Jingle too?
I
Yeah,
have a
but we're
bag
not
of
doing
truffle.
that. We're not doing that. Jingle Jingle could do it. We'll do it at the end of the campaign when we come
Going
back.
over there to Jingle Jingle right
No,
now.
no, we'll do that.
Need the mountain.
Morgort
Jingle Jingle.
Morgort says, "We only have so much fuel." She indicates a small pile of wood. "It'll only get us so far."
You see, Brax, Brax, Vaston. Sorry, I like to make fun of Brax. It's just so much easier. You see, Vaston, I was right and you were wrong again. Ha! Please don't throw me overboard. I'm sorry.
You know me too well. I was absolutely thinking that.
All right, I've got to change my macros real quick. From these, leave that one, leave that one. That one I'll need. That one I'll need.
Get a new continent.
Yep. Are you guys ready to see your new map?
Yeah.
Boy, am I.
Ready to see a small little corner.
Oh, man.
Oh, old map.
Oh, this looks nice.
There's no point in not showing you the full map because the thing is, it doesn't really matter. And locations are weird, so it's not accurate. It just shows you pictures of things that you could be like, "Oh, wonder what that is. Maybe that's something."
That's a dragon.
Something on.
Well, no. It's not a dragon. It's actually much scarier looking.
That's great.
But anyways, the pictures in the corners are the fun ones.
There's
Yeah.
mushrooms in the corners. Oh no. There's mushroom groves all over the
I told you. It gets
Hi.
worse.
That was a random thing that I made up.
I know. It's everywhere, though.
It's great.
Mushrooms are everywhere in this. Can you imagine somebody that was afraid of mushrooms going through this?
Bro, how did that happen? Literally,
Caldor would just be huddled up somewhere.
something that I did. I just said, "Are there mushrooms on the side of the bridge?" I hit them
Yep.
And then after that, it became.
It became a thing.
everywhere.
Well, I got news for you. The mushrooms were everywhere to begin with. You just didn't know it. All right.
Holy cow, that's a session.
You want to end here?
Yeah.
It'll give me a chance to reread stuff too. But
We did start playing at 4. It's already almost 8.
yep.
We went with a long session today, boys.
Go ahead and end the session.